Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Markey to Saxon, cutting through the lane, hits the layup, beautifully run play.
High school basketball plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports, bringing you the best of the York Adams League all season.
Shiflett a deep three, and it's good! Trey Shiflett with the tray at the buzzer.
Now, let's head out to the action with a call of tonight's game. Here's Ron Ruman.
Good evening and welcome to York High. Tonight where the Bearcats 5-3, 4-1 in the league host the unbeaten 7-0, 5-0 Northeastern Bobcats. I'm Ron Ruman along with my partner Andy Bria, and a lot of folks in the house here, Andy. They're expecting a good game, and so are we.
Oh yeah, we got a good one tonight. It's going to be up and down, fast-paced, a lot of athletes on the floor. This is the kind of basketball you want to see.
And some folks are not here for the York High Bearcats tonight.
Absolutely. You know, there's a couple of guys that are, two gentlemen, Elliot Wilson and Jay Snyder, are suspended for team violations. And I got to say, Troy Sowers, tough coach, man. A lot of guys don't do that. We saw last year in the semifinals of counties where he benched Jahir Wilson for a team violation. That's the way it's done. The New York Giants and the Carolina Panthers could take a real lesson from stuff like this, okay?
And Nasir Smallwood is not with the team anymore.
That's correct.
All right, so that's what we're looking at tonight, but it should be a good one, Northeastern and York High. And I want to take a moment and wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays as well. This is the Vito's Pizza pregame show on the High School Basketball Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and Game Time PA. Take a break and back with our Media One coaches interviews right after this.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4-SHIPLEY. And don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. We're down in York at the Bearcats Den, and with me now is a very successful coach of the Northeastern Bobcats, John Eister. Coach, York High, okay? You come into their place, you got to play them, tough team. Talk a little bit about the challenge of bringing your kids in here and having to play these guys.
Well, it's a game that we need to have on our schedule. You know, being in last year, making a move to 4A and you know, playing a AAA league schedule, we tried to schedule as many quad A schools as we can, and you know, we were hoping to get to this game last year in the playoffs, and we got knocked off by Central and didn't get a chance to play York High last year. So when we had an open date, we wanted the opportunity. You know, we wanted the chance to come play. There's no bigger, better tradition than York High basketball.
All the good coaches, that's what they want to do, play up. You know, you don't want to play the patsies. All right, your team to me seems like they want to go, okay? Can you control them in the tempo when you need to?
Haven't had to yet. I'm not sure. I don't know if I can answer that question. You know, one of my assistants, Jody Meyer, says you know it's hard to drive a Ferrari slow. So,
right.
We haven't had to. You know, we feel like we want to play fast, and we're practicing. Everything we do in practice is fast. If we don't do it fast, we do it again faster. So.
So tonight against the Bearcats, tempo is what you feel is one of your keys?
I don't think there'll be any problem with tempo tonight.
Either do I.
No, I don't. I think this,
I'll be out of breath in the middle of the first
this is,
half.
when Troy threw this date out, I thought, wow, that's perfect. This is a great way to go into the holiday. Should be a lot of fun for people to watch.
Give me a couple of keys, John. Your kids got to do well to try to get out of here tonight with a W.
Yeah, we need to share the ball, and we need to rebound. So, we want to limit their second shots, and we want to share the ball, and we want to try and get some of our own second shots. So
interesting, because one of his keys is the same as yours, the rebounding. So that's going to be an interesting battle, huh?
Yeah, if you defend the first shot, you're going to be pretty successful if that's what you limit your opponent to. So we'll see what happens.
Good luck to you. Merry Christmas.
All right, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Welcome back to our pregame show.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at the iPhone App Store, Android Market, and, of course, GameTimePA.com.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. Tonight we're at Red Lion High School, and we got a good one for you. We got the Red Lion Lions and the York High Bearcats. With me now is a very successful coach of the York High Bearcats, Troy Sowers. Coach, welcome back to the season. Let's talk a little bit about what you just said to me before. You lost 60%. Welcome back to our pregame show. Our pregame show is brought to you by Stony Brook Family Restaurants. We're in a Bearcats den down in York High, and we got the York High Bearcats and the visiting Northeastern Bobcats. And with me now is my very good friend and a very successful coach of the York High Bearcats, Troy Sowers. Coach, Merry Christmas to you.
Thank you, you as well.
All right, talk about tempo in this game. Talk about the kind of tempo that you would like to see in this basketball game.
Yeah, Northeastern, I'd say Coach Gallen and I looked at some film, and we both agreed today that they look a lot like we did a few years ago. They go 8-9 deep. They want to run and make some misses. They run a dribble drive offense. They're scoring 80 points a game. They've been over 100, and teams have allowed them to do that, and that's something we have to try to take away tonight. If we can take away what they enjoy doing and we do what we do, I think that's the recipe for a win.
You know, Troy, you have such a successful program, and I think last year I watched you do it. I forget the game, the opponent, but you actually slowed the game down, and that's the first time, like you just said, the first time I ever saw a Bearcat team actually slow down and not want to run and gun.
Yeah.
Difficult. You guys got to buy into that.
Yeah, we talk about, treating each game like its own and finding a way to win 32 minutes. And, we tell our guys, it's Coach Gowan and my job to create the best game plan possible. We don't have to fit a particular style for the whole season. We just have to fit that particular style to win the 32 minutes. And after seeing game film and some scouting reports, I think, we don't want to let Northeastern get out and go tonight. I think that's their comfort level, and we want to try to take that away.
All right. couple of keys, and you probably gave them to me already, but give the fans a couple of keys you got to do well to get out of here with a W right before the holiday.
Yeah, we have to rebound. We don't really have natural rebounders on this team. We talked about it when they came in for our walkthroughs today. Everybody was a guard mostly their whole life, and then they grew a little bit. We talked about not having Jair and Damani and Brandon. You know, we were spoiled last year. My guards could not worry about rebounding and reap the benefit of outlet passes, and we have to make it our top priority individually to rebound. If we do that, then we'll improve as a team. Or we have to make sure we pass the ball a little more effectively. Sometimes we dribble too much, so tonight I think we have to pound the glass and make sure we advance the ball with the pass.
Good luck to you, Coach, and Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iaconos, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iaconos, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iaconos is the place to get it done. Iaconos, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
When was the last time someone pumped your gas? You gotta be kidding. No one does that. Well, they do at Moses Golf Service, 1885 West Market Street in West York. They're a full-service gas station doing auto repairs and state inspections. Plus, they pump your gas. Moses Golf Service Station. Stop in for good old-fashioned service.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And welcome back to York High. Ron Ruman and Andy Bria with you. Glad you're with us here on the day before Christmas Eve. And good one coming tonight. York High and Northeastern don't have an Iaconos look around the league tonight. There are one or two other games. We get some scores. We'll check on those for you, but we're not going to dwell too much on that because not a whole lot happening. So we'll move to our starting lineups, and those are brought to you by your neighborhood family markets. The Northeastern Bobcats, Coach John Eister, they're 7-0 and 5-0 in the league.
All right, number 5, a 5'10" senior guard. That's Donovan Maxfield. Number 13, at 6'5" tall. He's a senior forward, Kobe Nwandu. Number 12, a 6'3" senior forward, Jeff Reynolds. Number 1, a 6'2" junior forward, Brandon Coleman. And number 23 at 6'1", a junior guard, Jeremiah McCarter.
Interesting point, Andy, for these guys. They've got 4 starters or 4 players. Antonio Rizzuto comes off the bench. 4 players averaging in double figures, so it's tough to really, key on even a couple of guys.
And that's what makes it hard. And you don't get to 81. You're not scoring 81 points a game without somebody scoring double figures.
That's very true.
Okay, and it does. It makes it difficult to plan for that because there is no one guy that just stands out and scores all the points. It'll be interesting.
All right, the Bearcats of Troy Sowers, 5-3 overall, 4-1 in the league.
All right, number 13, a 6'2" senior guard, Montrell Morgan. Number 15, a 5'11" senior guard, Trey Shiflett. Number 5, at 6'6" tall, he's a senior forward, Chris Johnson. Number 2, a 5'9" junior guard, Jaquez Casiano. And number 10, at 6'6" tall, junior forward, Jaden Iturmende.
All right, and for the Bearcats,
and they got 4 at double figures.
I was going to say the same thing. Bearcats have 4 guys in double figures, and we know they can get up and down the floor, but we may see a slower pace from York High tonight. We'll see.
He said to me before the interview, and we didn't talk about it, he says, I got a surprise for you, but he says, you coach the game, I'm going to let you figure it out.
All right. Well,
so I'll tell you what I think.
Okay.
What I think is, and it's not a key to the game, I think he's going to come out in some kind of a zone. He's going to try to slow this thing down out of the gate. And just like John Eister's coach said, Ferraris don't drive slow. But if you can't play slow in basketball, it's not like a Ferrari.
No, it isn't. You need to do that sometimes.
Absolutely.
So. All right, those starting lineups courtesy of your neighborhood family markets. We're going to take a break, come back with our keys to the game and the WellSpan opening tip on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com. The high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Hi, I'm Matt Marshall, Director of Fitness and Personal Trainer at the Heritage Hills Athletic Club. I invite you to experience one of the York area's premier athletic clubs. Our 60,000 square foot facility offers everything you need in a club and much more. From our state-of-the-art weight room and cardio areas, the opportunity to work with highly accredited personal trainers, access to an all-purpose sports court, and a full-size turf field, you'll get it all at Heritage Hills. Heritage Hills Athletic Club believes fitness is for everybody. With over 60 group fitness classes every week, you are guaranteed to find classes that will improve your health and overall conditioning. Classes include bar, Les Mills body pump, group cycle, yoga, and senior special classes daily. Become a gym member and receive discounts at all of the Heritage Hill properties through our Passport to Perks program. Call today and ask about a 3-week free trial membership and find out for yourself. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at heritagehillsathleticclub.com.
Providing exceptional insurance service based on over 20 years of proven experience, Feezer Insurance will help you find and understand the best policies to fit your needs. An independent local agency representing Erie Insurance, Heather Feezer at Feezer Insurance has built a reputation of putting their clients' needs first. Feezer Insurance offers competitive rates on auto, home, business, and life insurance, plus notary and temp tag service on site. Friendly, knowledgeable service with a smile. Feezer will change the way you feel about insurance. Make Heather Feezer and Feezer Insurance your winning team. Call Heather Feezer at Feezer Insurance today for your no-obligation competitive quote. Call 767-1070. That's 767-1070. Feezer Insurance, 3123 North George Street in Emmetsville. A proud supporter of local high school sports.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And we are back here at York High. Ron Rubin and Andy Bria with you. Getting ready for York High and Northeastern. Should be a dandy basketball game. All right, Andy, we heard from the coaches. Let's get our keys to the game first for the visiting Bobcats.
Well, they're going to want to rebound the ball and run. They get 70% of those 80 points come out of steals and fast breaks, come off of rebounds. They do not want to get stuck in a slow-down game. We saw it. They won the game at Dover, but did not look good doing it.
Right.
And what did Dover do?
They slowed it down.
They slowed it down, and they did not look good against that team. Now, they won the game because I think Dover was a little bit outmanned with a 6-man rotation. They're not going to outman the Bearcats, so they don't want to get in a slow-down game. He's going to try to get out and run.
All right, and how about the Bearcats and Troy Sowers?
Well, it's going to be interesting. He's got that little surprise. You know, if I'm Troy, and we saw it last year for the first time, I've seen a Bearcat team do that. They slowed the game down. They put the game in a half-court situation. They actually moved the basketball and ran an offense. And they looked to score, but to be patient in doing it. And that slowed it down. They'll still run off makes and misses just like they always do. But I think it's going to be interesting to see them try to jam up this Bobcat team, slow it down, get it into a half-court game, and I bet you the game is still, he wants the game in maybe the 60s, right in there, and I think they win it.
All right, those are our keys to the game from our coach, Andy Bria, and Central coach Kevin Sheeler and his assistant Chris Wagman are in the house here tonight doing a little scouting. So
Mr. Bakel's in here from York Suburban,
sitting
just to our left, up in his back second row. So a lot of coaches in here tonight.
Indeed. All right, our tip-off from Wells Band is next. Northeastern and York High on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Penn doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
our national anthem, and we are just about ready to roll here from the Bearcats' den. York High and Northeastern in the traveling uniforms, the black uniforms with the orange numbers and trim, and the Bearcats in the white uniforms with the blue numbers and the orange trim around them. All right, Andy, this is fun. It's fun.
Oh, this is, and I'll tell you what, we got a great officiating crew here. We got Phil Miller, Dave Cancino, and Gordy Kaufman. And they're going to have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yep. And that's important in a game like this. How this game is officiated. Would a certain way it's officiated benefit either team?
I don't think in this game. I don't think the officials really can affect this. They're going to play now. Physically, I mean, these guys are very athletic, so they're going to get after each other. So you could get a little chippy if you don't call it a little tight early, I think.
All right, the Bearcats will go to the far basket, Northeastern the near basket. Jeff Reynolds will jump in for the Bobcats, and Chris Johnson for York High. Dave Cancino will toss it. We're ready to go. The Wellspan opening tip. And it is up, and Johnson tips it back to Montrell Morgan. Will bring it up. Man-to-man defense. He is picked up by Donovan Maxfield. To the right elbow he goes. And in the corner to Johnson. He'll pop a 15-footer there around the rim and out.
Gotta follow it.
Yep, and a long rebound by Kobe Nwandu. And here come the Bobcats into the front court. Nwandu to Maxfield.
Zone, 3-2 zone.
All right, there's one of our surprises for the Bearcats. See how the Bobcats handle it. They don't like to slow down. They go down low to Reynolds. He's doubled, in some trouble, and still needs some help. And there's a steal by Morgan. So Montrell Morgan with the steal.
Got numbers.
And Johnson to feed it inside to Shiflett, who hits the layup.
And that's what you do. You make them pay when they want to press you.
2-0 Bearcats early on, opening 40 seconds. Maxfield is back. Jaquez Cassiano on the point of that zone. Now to Nwandu, the big guy who plays outside. Here's a three by Maxfield. That is no good. Long rebound was lost by Northeastern, picked up by Johnson. It was Brandon Coleman, the 6'2 junior, who couldn't corral it there. And Morgan's back, crosses over to Johnson. He spins in the lane. He traveled. Yep, good call. Gordy Kaufman on it. Andy Bree on it.
I was always right.
Yes. I made a few calls from the sideline in your day.
Yeah, I did.
Maxfield up now.
None of them were correct.
The right elbow now to Nwandu beyond the arc. Maxfield in the corner. They go to Coleman down low to Reynolds. Feeds it across the lane and back across the lane to Reynolds, but another steal by Intermendi. And Jaden pushes it up left side to Shiflett. Thought about a three. He's doubled in the corner. In some trouble. Gets it back out to Johnson, though. Nice feed on the baseline of Cassiano. He just lost it. He fell down. Yeah. It's going to be Bobcat ball.
And he did. A little contact, but he ran in to the Bobcat player.
So Bobcats back now, trailing 2-0, a minute 40 into this game. York High Northeastern from the Bearcat Gym on College Avenue. Nwandu out front. And Maxfield against the zone and thought about a three. Back to Nwandu. And Northeastern struggling a bit here.
23, Jeremiah McCarter. He's got to touch the ball in the high post.
And Coleman gets it down to McCarter. And
turnover again, and they're out.
Johnson, he gets it ahead to Cassiano, takes it and hits it. So Cassiano running out, hits the bucket off the feed by Chris Johnson, and it is 4-0 Bearcats.
You remember he said you can't drive that Ferrari slow?
Oh, another steal. This one by Cassiano ahead to Shiflett. He hits the layup. And it is 6-0 Bearcats in Northeastern. And the Ferrari is sputtering here in the slow lane.
This is what we saw against Dover. It does not surprise me. It doesn't surprise me he came out in the zone either.
High post they go now to Reynolds. He drives down the lane from 8 feet. That won't go. Reynolds able to tip it out to the hoop. Goes Northeastern. That won't go. That was Coleman. Nwandu has the rebound for Northeastern.
Wow.
They'll get another shot at it. And a steal out front by Cassiano. Guys hitting the deck. And that's a Northeastern foul, I do believe.
Number 13, I believe.
Nwandu, if it is. Phil Miller will have the call here. Yep, that's correct. And that's his first, the team's first.
All right, what happened in that situation there is they missed their shot. A little frustration showing. You know, they want to run and gun, and they don't like the half court.
Antonio Rizzuto checks in for Northeastern, replacing Jeremiah McCarter. Around a screen, here's a three by Chris Johnson, around and out, and a rebound by Fred Mulbaugh, who's checked in for Northeastern as well. They run to get that Maxwell blocked inside by Intermendi, but off of Johnson, out of bounds. Good hustle that time by Antonio Rizzuto. Yep.
Yeah.
Jeremiah McCarter played for the Bearcats last year, and now he's transferred to Northeastern this year, so he knows a little bit about this building. Oh, and a bad pass, threw it right to Morgan on the inbounds pass. He takes it right to the hoop, and that is going to be a charge. Yep, Cordy Kaufman had it. Rizzuto stood in there and took the charge on Montrell Morgan.
I don't know.
Was too far under?
You got two guys wide open on the wing. Okay? I'm sorry. Yeah. This is not showtime. You want to win a basketball game.
Northeastern back with it now, down 6-0, 4:45 left in the first quarter. Nwando on the baseline to Rizzuto against the zone. Back to Nwando in the corner. Out front now to Maxwell, back to Nwando, has an open three in the corner, and it will not go. Rebound Chris Johnson. Here come the Bearcats pushing it. Johnson ahead to Intermendi, and he lost it, but Rizzuto hit it out of bounds. So, no, they say it went off Intermendi. And Troy Sowers is hot. He's talking to Dave Consino.
Well, he's actually not talking to him.
Well, no. And I looked like Rizzuto hit that. And they're saying Intermendi hit it off the baseline first. Troy is not a happy guy.
No, he's not.
And he probably shouldn't be. All right, here come the Bobcats. Still down 6-0. 4.5 left in the first quarter. Mulbach with it. Fred lost. Saved by Maxfield. Now they go to the high post, and they feed it on the baseline to Rizzuto, but he has to save it inbounds. Another turnover picked up by Cassiano to Shiflett. Shiflett down the lane. Left-handed runner is good.
Shiflett can get it done.
Yep.
He's got 6 of their 8.
Mulbach spinning into the lane. He's hit as he takes it to the hoop, and they're going to get Jason Intermendi on the foul that time, I do believe, and that is correct. So Jaden's first, and to the line will go Fred Mulbach, the 5'10 sophomore. He is 76% at the line here tonight, and he will be attempting to get the Bearcats off the
schneid.
Yeah. And he does. Got the roll, huh?
And I will tell you, when the Bobcats run, they look like a Ferrari. I mean, that was 110 miles an hour coming down the floor. They left a couple of white shirts in their wake.
Jeff Reynolds to the bench, and Jeremiah McCarter back in for the Bobcats. Second free throw to come from Mulbach, defensive back on the good Bobcat football team this year. Second one off the back of the rim, no. And the long rebound to Jaden Intermendi.
And a good rebound by him, or a good box out, I'm sorry.
Johnson on the feed, down the lane, can't get it to go, but draws the foul on Mulbach. Nice bounce pass by Montrell Morgan. So Fred Mulbach picks up the personal. And Chris Johnson to the line, where he is 64% on the season. The second leading Bearcat scorer at 13-6 a game.
Well, he makes this a 3-possession game early if he can make them both.
And he does not make the first. 3:59 left here in the first quarter. Our first half brought to you tonight by Maple Donuts.
Not a lot of rest for the weary in this one. That's off to,
came back. It's like a golf shot there. Kind of had a draw on it. In the corner, Rizzuto, his three. That won't go. He can hit that and fight underneath for the rebound. Went out of bounds off Nwando, and so it will be Bearcat basketball.
Good position by the Bearcats that time. Nwando had to come over, almost over the back.
Morgan walks it up now, met by Donovan Maxfield as crosses the York High logo at half court. Left side now to Shiflett, just beyond the arc.
Now let's see if York High's comfortable in their half-court offense.
9-1 Bearcats. Cassiano into the lane and over Rizzuto. 12-footer is good. They can't miss. Jaquez Cassiano has 4, and it's 11-1. Bobcats are back. Mulbach between the circles on the dribble. It's still the Bearcats in a so nice pass inside to Rizzuto. Hits the layup. Nice feed by Mulbach that time.
And that's how you beat it. Rizzuto come along the baseline and they lost him.
Yes. Here's a three by Cassiano. Banked it home.
Banked it home. Everything's going in for the Bearcats right now. And that was an ugly bank.
Yeah, I don't think he called it. Would not count in horse. No. It counts here, and it's 14-3. And there's a feed down low to Carter. McCarter takes it hard to hoop contact, but no call. And Johnson comes out of there with it. He pushes it. They have numbers. Cassiano floats it up for Carter. He wanted to alley-oop it.
Here they come, and they got numbers now. Let's see.
Mulbach down the right side of the lane, takes it to the hoop. Scoop shot, nope. And the rebound by Montrell Morgan.
Wow, and it's right back down the other end.
Shiflett for three on the left side. Oh, missed it. Rebound inside by Intermendi. His step back is good. Timeout,
John Eister.
Yes, indeed.
Wow.
16-3 Bearcats. 2:29 left in the first quarter. This timeout courtesy of Hunters Hill Ortho on the High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
assist? Get great savings and great weekly specials at your favorite neighborhood stores. Use your gold card and stop in now at Nell's Fresh Food Markets in Spry, East Berlin, and Carlisle. Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, and Whiteford. And Wetzel's Market in Glen Rock. Your full court headquarters and always the freshest meats and produce.
Hi, I'm York High Boys basketball coach Troy Sowers. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And Troy's a happy guy now. The Bearcats up 16-3, 2:20 left in the first quarter. In the corner they go, and a three is put up, and it is missed by Jordan Zirkle, but Zirkle hustles and gets the rebound, and the Bobcats will get another shot. Driving down the lane is Maxfield. Donovan Maxfield takes it from the top of the key and hits it, and it's 16-5.
You could tell from the three-point line he wasn't stopping.
Nope. Morgan is back down, picked up by Maxfield. High post to Intermendi. He's double-teamed in the steal. Ball's on the floor, and it's taken by McCarter, but Intermendi gets it back and went out of bounds off of Fred Mulba, who doesn't like the call.
No. It's a way to get yourself a technical.
And checking
especially against Dave Cancino.
Yeah. Messiah Anderson, a 6'2 junior, checks in for Jaden Intermendi for the Bearcats. And Shiflett to inbounded, gets it to Johnson, cutting down the left side of the lane, missed the layup, and Zirkle tried to save it in. McCarter has it now, back to Johnson, who puts it up and in.
So Johnson gets a second chance of it just standing there on the save.
It's 18-5, all going the Bearcats' way in the first quarter.
That's because they have not figured out.
Deep three by Maxfield is good.
That'll figure it out.
Yep.
That's one way to beat that zone.
Maxfield with the tray, and Maxfield has 5 of the 8 points for Northeastern here in the first quarter. It's 18-8 with 1:29 left in the opening period. Bearcats leading substitution now. Brandon Coleman checks in for Fred Mulba for Northeastern.
And they're going to run something here. He's got him down low. Looks like they're going to go 1-4 low.
Trey Shiflett brings it up. He is picked up by Coleman. Around a screen by Montrell Morgan. In the corner, he goes to Chris Johnson, who dribbles it out. Top of the key, Johnson down the lane now around Zirkle. Can't get it to go, and the rebound by Jeff Reynolds. And here comes Northeastern.
And they're going to go to the basket. Oh.
Well, Coleman cut off by Shiflett. Picks it up. Needs some help now. Goes out to Zirkle. Jordan Zirkle now over to Maxwell. Just hit a three. Gives it up. Oh, steal by Cassiano. Anticipated the pass. Takes it up and missed it. Shiflett with the rebound. And he's fouled by Zirkle on the way up.
Wow. That's the first mistake. 33?
Yes.
Okay. That's the first mistake I think I've seen the Bearcats make.
Trey Shiflett on the line. Believe it or not, Andy, he is just 10 of 21 at the line this year. So
that surprises me because he's quite the player.
Yes, he is. He's a 4-year starter for Troy Sowers here.
I remember him as a freshman.
Substitutions now as Kobe Nwandu comes back in for Northeastern, and also for York High, Justin Colson, a 6'3 senior, checks in, and Johnson will get a break.
Yeah, you got kids coming off the bench now with 3 guys, 3 guys down. Missed the second
free throw is missed, and it was Coleman who got the rebound, and he was fouled by Messiah Anderson then, as Anderson was contesting for it. So that will be Anderson's first and the team's third. Did they call a foul there?
Yes.
Okay. And Maxfield brings it into the front court. 45 seconds left. He takes a three, another deep three. That was off the back of the iron, and Reynolds had it batted away.
Ball.
Yeah, Morgan batted it out of Reynolds' hands. So 42 seconds left in the period. 19-8, York High leading.
Yeah, they got Messiah Anderson on that last foul.
All right. And Fred Mulba checks in for Donovan Maxfield for Northeastern. So Kobe Nwandu will inbound it along the sideline, gets it into Mulba, back to Nwandu in the corner, pops a three. No, it was open, and that ball went out of bounds, I believe, off of Colston. No, off of Northeastern.
Right, number 12.
All right, Jeff Reynolds contesting for the rebound. So Bearcat basketball with 35 seconds left in a very successful opening quarter for them.
Yes, and number 13 bringing the ball up the floor, Montrell Morgan. Looks like they're going to hold for one.
They might. We're under 30 now. He's challenged by Coleman out there, so Gordy Kaufman has the 5-second call going, and Morgan gives it up to Shiflett. Shiflett there with it now, and Jaser Drayden is checked in. He has the basketball out front, spins away from pressure by Mulba, back to Shiflett, eyes the clock. It says 12 seconds. Now it says 10, Shiflett down the right side to the baseline, back out to Morgan. Now 6 seconds, Morgan crossover. Good defense by Coleman on the ball to get it over to Drayden. His jumper at the buzzer, a three is good. It all worked for the Bearcats in the first quarter. Drayden's three at the buzzer gives them a 22-8 lead after one.
Wow, this kid comes off the bench, wow.
And a nice feed by Morgan, too. This timeout courtesy of Hunters Hill Ortho on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Serving York for over 50 years, Vito's Pizza. Check out their daily lunch specials Monday through Friday, 11 till 2. 2 slices of pizza and a small soda, only $3.99, or a small sub for only $4.25. Monday night, 2 large cheese pizzas for only $15.99. Tuesday, a large stromboli and large pitcher of soda, just $11.99. Wednesday, a large cheese pizza and large pitcher of soda, just $11.49. Vito's open till midnight, Monday through Thursday till 1 a.m., Fridays and Saturdays. Dine in at 1734 South Queen Street, York, or get carry-out. Call 843-1143.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we're back here at York High, and it was all Bearcats, Andy, in the first quarter, 22-8.
Absolutely. They were able to put the ball in the hole. They controlled the tempo of the game. They got Northeastern in a half-court offense, and they're unsettled.
Bearcats staying in the zone. Mobile with it as the Bobcats attack the near basket. We're in the end zone. High post now to Reynolds. Reynolds down the left side of the lane, spins into the lane. He traveled. Yes, he did. Good on the ball defense by Messiah Anderson that time.
You know, they're not used to scoring a lot out of the half court. No. So, you know, I'm sure they don't work a lot on the post moves, etc.
Morgan walks it up. Mobile will meet him at midcourt. Opening minute of the second quarter. Right side now to Anderson beyond the arc, low on the baseline to Drayden. Back out to Morgan. And right side Drayden feeds it on the baseline to Anderson. Anderson drives baseline and traffic, and kind of a wild shot there. Mobile with the rebound, his third for Northeastern. And he pushes it to the top of the key, down the lane, scoop shot, left it short but draws a foul. And Mobile's been aggressive, taking it to the bucket here tonight, and Gordy Kaufman says that foul is on Jaser Drayden.
Jaser, yep.
5'11 sophomore, his first, team's fourth. Mobile to the line where he is 1 of 2 tonight. He gets 2 more here.
Well, if he makes one of these, they lead that second quarter stat.
It's true.
They got blown out in first.
And he missed it off the back of the arm.
Badly.
Chris Johnson, Jaquez Cassiano check in for York High as Colston sits down and Trey Shiflett. So
you know, it's interesting how you can have such athletes and not be able to figure it out.
Yep. Second one good by Mulba. It's 22-9. And Morgan brings it up. Met by Fred Mulba. Morgan dribbling on the right side now. Down to the block. Gives it back out to Cassiano. Baseline back to Morgan. Pops a deep three from that side and hits it.
Montrell Morgan, and that was from downtown.
Yes, it was. And driving at the other end, Mulba feeds it. Oh, to Nwandu. Man, he was hit. No call. Guy hit him in the back. They lost the ball, and Cassiano's out and running. He missed it. That's tipped in by Johnson. Looked like it might have been a goaltend, but no call. And Johnson right at the rim and at the other end. Ball is out of bounds. And
right underneath this, and I'm telling you what, that's 100 miles an hour. I'm not even sure I saw that ball.
It's going to be Bobcat ball. Maxfield in for Mulba, and Jeremiah McCarter checks in for Jordan Zirkle.
So some of these coaches up here that have to play Northeastern, what do you think they're thinking right now?
Zone.
Get
it in on the baseline, and McCarter's shot rimmed in and out, but followed there by Jeff Reynolds, who had good position, sticks it back up and in.
He's an athlete.
Yep.
Reynolds, yes, sir.
27-11. Here's a half-court trap by Northeastern. They get in the corner to Cassiano. He lofts a three, and it goes! Everything's fallen for the Bearcats tonight.
Wow.
Bobcats back quickly at the other end. High post, Nwandu pulls it out. They get it around to Maxfield. He drives, floater in the lane from 8. No, ball is loose, picked up by Morgan. Here come the Bearcats.
No.
Cassiano was running with the pass too high for him, out of bounds. And we'll go to the Bobcats, and Trey Shiflett will check in now for Montrell Morgan.
And I think, Troy Sowers wants a full timeout.
All right, Troy takes a timeout. It's 30-11. The Bearcats leading at 6:19 left in the first half, brought to you by Maple Donuts. This timeout courtesy of Hunters Hill Ortho. You are listening to the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
GameTimePA.com is your home for local high school sports. Log on for all the scores, stats, photos, and more, plus live stream coverage of the area's can't-miss matchups all season long. Stay in the game no matter where you are with the free GameTime PA app. Download it directly to your iPhone or Android and get all the Game Time features you love when you're on the go. Available at your iPhone App Store, Android Market, and of course, GameTimePA.com.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we are back here at the Bearcat Den. Ron Rubin and Andy Bria here. 30-11. The Bearcats leading Northeastern. 6:19 left in the second quarter.
You know, it's not so much, Ron, that everything's going in for York High. It's also the fact that you're not getting any kind of offensive flow out of Northeastern against the zone.
Nice feed in the paint to Reynolds.
Throw it away.
McCarter, he threw it away, looking for Reynolds in the corner, but...
And see, McCarter just touched that ball right at the elbow, okay? I think he needs to turn around and shoot that open jumper right there.
He was in the paint,
they're
really.
looking for the three. You're not going to get back in this thing all at once. Chip away, chip away, chip away. Let's get it down to single digits first, or even a workable double digits.
19 right now. Some full court pressure by Northeastern. Drayden in the backcourt and gets the ball back, crosses the timeline. Now in the corner he goes, baseline to Anderson. They work it outside to Shiflett, drives from the right side, blocked inside by Reynolds, but saved by the Bearcats. And they skip it all the way across to Drayden, now out to Chris Johnson. Shiflett has it beyond the three-point line on the left side.
And Antonio Rizzuto knows where he likes to be. That's his spot right there, Shiflett's spot.
They switch there as they give it up to Anderson. Now back to Jaser Drayden, over to Chris Johnson. Bearcats working well beyond the arc. Johnson drives, and they call it's going to be against the Bearcats here.
Yeah.
They call him for the push-off.
2-4.
Oh, okay, that's Anderson. So Messiah Anderson called for the offensive foul. It's his second. And that gives it to the Bobcats. Morgan will check back in for York High.
It must have been away from the ball. I did not see it.
Either.
Illegal screen, maybe.
Maybe. So 5:38 left in the half. It's been all York High. It's 30-11 right now. Donovan Maxfield brings it up. Met by that zone. Goes to Rizzuto. Back to Maxfield. He thought about a three high post to McCarter. Gets it to Nwando in the near corner. He dribbles it out. Back in the corner now to McCarter. Johnson
Too many guys right there. They got to spread it out a little bit.
Maxfield at the right elbow, gives it to Nwando at the other side. Now back to Maxfield. Oh, a deep three right out front. That's short. And a long rebound, Chris Johnson. Cassiano out running, pops on the baseline from 12. That won't go. And the rebound is pulled in by McCarter.
And they're going to run now.
Come the Bobcats. They get it down quickly. Maxfield's jumper's good. Donovan Maxfield with a 2. A couple feet inside the line, and it is 30-13. Bearcats back. Morgan in the paint, shuffles it for Cassiano, kicks it back out to Shiflett for 3 on the right side.
Sure.
Nope. And good box out and rebound by McCarter. It's stolen. Intermendi puts it up and in.
And that's the thing you can't do against this team. You cannot fall asleep, and he lost focus just for a minute.
And it's 32-13. You're absolutely right.
You know what I mean? He just turned his head.
Now that one I think is off the Bearcats. They're looking at each other.
Yes.
Yep, and good job by Phil Miller out front to call it. They went for Reynolds in the post there, the top of the key, the high post, and Mulbach checks in now. For
You know, they must work on that, Ron. Excuse me. They must work on that, stealing the ball from behind. If you're not paying attention, they come behind, they tap it away. You got to work on that. I mean, I've seen them. They were doing it in a JV game. You're dribbling up the court, and all of a sudden, a guy just comes flying by, and you're all of a sudden, now you see it, now you're going.
Low post, they go to Reynolds. He takes it up in traffic. No call. A lot of contact. Intermendi comes away with it, gets it up to Cassiano, back to Morgan down the left side, and up around Rizzuto and hits it.
Wow, nice play that time. Nice break run. Morgan finished it with the layup.
Mulbach got away with a walk, and Rizzuto takes it inside, feeds it inside to Reynolds. Wouldn't go, was halfway down and came out. Johnson has his 5th rebound, gets it into Shiflett down the right side. There's contact. He's going to get 2 free throws as Donovan Maxfield has his hand straight up in the air saying he ran into me. But
he did, but he was moving backwards when it happened. So, you know.
Yep. Shiflett to get 2 free throws. He's 1 of 2 tonight. 34-13 Bearcats, 4:08 left before the York Mitsubishi halftime show.
Wow.
And they got the roll, did Trey, and it's 35-13. And Jordan Zirkle checks in for Kobe Nwandu for Northeastern. Nwandu has not scored in this game.
You know, I thought York High would have success against this Bearcat bunch if they slowed the pace down, but I wasn't expecting anything like this.
Nope, second free throw miss. Zirkle with the rebound. Here come the Bobcats. Again, the zone. Moba lost a 3 out front. That's good.
Nothing but net there.
Yeah, Fred Moba with the 3. His third of the year.
A little zone trap here. Full court, 3/4 court.
In the corner to Cassiano, though, and his 3 will take care of that in a hurry.
We'll just cancel that one out. That's his third 3 of the night.
Yep. Reynolds in the corner. They go to Zirkle. Back out to Maxfield for 3. Rattled out. And tip up by Rizzuto. Gets it back. Puts it up and in. Good hustle by Antonio Rizzuto.
Antonio Rizzuto. Okay, what do we got?
We've got a tangle between Jeff Reynolds and Montrell Morgan at half court, and Dave Cancino, I think, is warning both of them. You don't want to see any more of that. It's kind of what we saw from Beckham and the guy from the Panthers.
I told you this was going to get a little chippy.
Troy Sowers asking for an explanation here. So it will be Bearcat basketball as Rizzuto goes to the bench after the nice stick back he had. He's replaced by Brandon Coleman.
So who was involved in that one?
That was Montrell Morgan and Jeff Reynolds. 13 for the Bearcats, 12 for the Bobcats.
Okay, so let's see now if we chase each other.
Yep. We will see, and we should keep an eye on it. It was right around midcourt. They got tangled up running down court, and then, as they say, pushing and shoving ensued.
I like the way you said that.
Trey Shiflett will inbound it for the Bearcats against the full court press. Bearcat lead is 20, 38-18, 3:29 left in the half. Morgan against the press.
Yep.
And right down the middle, right down the lane.
Oh,
and
what happened?
A buzzer went off, and I think there's something, one of those plates in the court where they have something was a little bit loose, and they saw that as the players were running down. It could have been something people tripped over. So the Bearcats did get it in the front court. Morgan was in the paint feeding it to Intermendi on the baseline.
So it's Bearcats ball at where, half court?
Yes, I guess in their front court on the side. So Chris Johnson will inbound it there.
So the Bobcats are trying to get a little trap going. Now they're going to fall out of it back into their man-to-man.
Morgan will cross the timeline, gets the play from Troy Sowers. Left-handed dribble, gets a screen picked up by Zirkle. Goes baseline, takes it to the hoop, blocked inside by Coleman, and then the rebound by Reynolds and a foul by Intermendi.
And see, I think you need, if you're York High, you need to stay away from that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, he just grabbed at him. No reason for that.
16 fouls on the Bearcats now, so Northeastern will shoot the rest of the way. 3:07 left in the half, 4 fouls on the Bobcats.
Now the guy that touches it in the high post against the zone for Northeastern should turn and shoot.
Maxfield, they get it into there, and they feed it across the lane, and Reynolds hits the layup. Nice pass by Coleman, who got it in the high post, and he found the cutter.
And that's exactly what they should have been doing earlier. It's there.
38-20 in the corner. Johnson, Intermendi at the free throw line in the paint, and turns around. Little hook won't go. Rebound by Zirkle.
And now you got to get, that's a one-on-one.
Yep.
That's Chris Johnson.
Right. And that is his first. And so Donovan Maxfield will be on the line for Northeastern. He is 67% on the year.
Okay, and he makes these two. You can cut this to 16 points, the closest they've been in a long time.
Left-handed shot is good. Gets the bonus. Donovan, offensively, is keeping him in this one tonight.
Really?
He's got 8.
But just think about it. They cut this to 16 right now. They were just up 22.
And they got the roll, so there it is.
He's done nothing wrong offensively in the game.
Jaser Drayden checks in for the Bearcats. Intermendi will sit down. And the full court press still by Bob.
1-2, one kind of a 1-2-1-1. Try to trap it up a little bit.
Montrell Morgan brings it up with a left-handed dribble to senior guard in the front court, so no real kind of token pressure there.
Yeah.
In the corner, Cassiano, another 3. That one he missed, and a rebound by Moba, and here come the Bobcats. They have numbers, 3-on-2. Moba tried to feed it in the corner, but lost it, and just lost it out of bounds, I guess, right?
Well, yeah, he did, and you know, he was just kind of out of control. I mean, he's going 100 miles an hour, but you got to be in control.
Shiflett in the front court for the Bearcats, leading by 16, 2:15 left. Shiflett down the left side in the paint, lost it in traffic, and they're going to have a traveling call as there was a lot of hands in there. And
yeah, but all ball.
Yeah.
I mean, they were, they just weren't swatting at it. They had a hold of it.
Nwandu in for Coleman, and again, Kobe Nwandu, 17-3 a game, has not scored. I'm not sure he's taking a shot tonight, maybe 1-3. Now he drives in the paint, feeds it out to Moba, and a Zirkle back to Moba. High post to Reynolds, and behind Nwandu is cutting to the basket.
And see, that Nwandu had the right idea. Put it in the center. That man at the foul line has to turn and look for the cutters coming, pinching in.
And Montrell Morgan brings it up. Now we're under 2 minutes left in the half. Morgan down the lane he goes, lost it. It was slapped away by Moba, picked up by Maxfield. Maxfield runs now, gets it to Moba, down the right side, takes it to the bucket and hits it.
Timeout Sowers, yep, 30 seconds.
All right, so Fred Moba with the bucket off the nice feed by Maxfield. When they can go at 100 miles an hour, Andy,
they do it really well. They do it really well. And I think now what you have to do, if you're Troy Sowers, you got to tell your kids, whoa, we're taking some now. Everything's not going to go in. So let's take our time a little bit. Let's put a little patience and run our offense and get a good shot. They were doing that early on, and they were getting good looks, and they were making them. Now what they're doing is they're rushing. No, it's not going to work. Plus they're in a situation where they foul, they're sending them to the line. Yeah. So they've cut this lead to 14.
Yes, they have. That's right. And they can whittle it down around to close to 10 at the half.
I'll tell you what, I'd live with 12 right now, as far down as they've been.
It's a Bearcat basketball, and there's going to be some kind of pressure put on here by Northeastern. We'll see how serious it is. Gordy Kaufman gives the ball over, and it gets it into Jaser Drayden. Back to Shiflett. Now he'll work it up one-on-one against Nwandu.
That's a good matchup.
In the front court. 1:35 left in the half. Shiflett hands it off to Cassiano, who pulls it back. Left side now to Drayden. Drayden drives down the left side on Zirkle, and his layup is good. Got the step and took it.
This kid's got some game.
Yes, he does. On the baseline, then Nwandu drives, feeds it in the corner to Zirkle. Back out to Maxfield, high post to Reynolds, spins in the lane, takes it up, count the basket, and a foul. Nice spin move against Chris Johnson that time by Jeff Reynolds.
And again, they worked the ball. Who was the foul on?
Chris Johnson.
Okay.
It's 2 on him.
You work the ball in. Reynolds gets a nice bucket there, and he's going to get to shoot a free throw.
The 6'3" senior, 63% on the year at the line, and that's good. The three-point play cuts it to 13 at 40-27.
That's as close as they've been since early first quarter.
$1:10 left in the half. Morgan into the front court now, picked up by Moba. Gives it up to Shiflett beyond the arc, picked up by Nwandu out there at 6'5", a lot of length out front. Cassiano on the dribble. And the cutter, Morgan, batted away by Moba, out of bounds. That'll stay with the Bearcats on the baseline.
Absolutely good call. These three officials work well together.
Yes, and Justin Colson checks in now as Johnson will sit down to avoid that third personal foul in the last 57 seconds. And Brandon Coleman checks in for Jordan Zirkle for Northeastern.
Well, you got to be smart here. You can work this. You can work all 57 seconds, but right now you got to get the ball inbound.
Shiflett goes deep to Drayden, and he lost it. That's a back. No, he didn't have possession, I guess, in the front court.
Exactly.
So, all right, Drayden out front, working on Coleman, goes around him, down the lane he goes, and missed it, but drew the foul. And that's going to be on Coleman. So for Brandon, that's his first, and Jaser Drayden, a 5'11" sophomore guard who was just elevated to the varsity this week.
I'll tell you what, he's a man that knows what he wants. He knifed right through him.
Missed the first free throw, though.
Yeah.
That's his first free throw of the season.
And I mean, these are all important free throws in a game like this. You got two good basketball teams here.
Second free throw.
Missed that one, too.
Yep, he did. Rebound batted around inside, and wow,
that's Bearcat ball.
Yeah, but boy, I'll tell you what, that could have been a foul on Morgan as he kind of crashed into Coleman, who was going for it, but they didn't call it. So the Bobcats just didn't secure that. They had two guys inside.
Absolutely.
And Drayden gets it into Morgan now. Montrell Morgan with Maxfield on him. Left-handed dribble, 37 seconds in the half. Bearcats by 13. And Morgan gives it up to Shiflett. Shiflett with Nwandu on him. And swings it over to Cassiano. Three pretty good guards out there for the Bearcats.
Absolutely. There's some good defenders and with quickness.
Yeah. And Cassiano in the corner to Drayden. He'll pull it back out. They have 4 guards on the floor really right now to the Bearcats. Clock at 15. Drayden on the dribble. Oh, he lost it. He slipped. And what do they call it, travel?
Rest.
Yeah. He just slipped when he started to make a move.
Yeah, and that's kind of where those guys were laying on it, where they got tangled up.
So the Bobcats will have a chance for the final shot. 12 seconds left. Maxfield off to Mulba in the front court. Double team, needs some help, gets it to Maxfield. Clock at 7. And they go to the right side to Coleman. Now back to Mulba. Lofts the 3. No, at the buzzer, and Shiflett's heave does not go. I don't think it would have counted. The buzzer never went off, but I think it was late.
It did, but it was kind of light.
So that is the end of the first half, and the York High Bearcats go to the locker room leading it 40-27 over the Bobcats of Northeastern. The York Mitsubishi halftime show comes your way next after this timeout, courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
It's now time for York Mitsubishi's end-of-year sale. Save like never before on all Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. 0% financing for up to 72 months with a $1,000 rebate and no payments till March 2016. If that's not enough, the all-new 2016 Outlander is now in stock with standard 7-passenger seating starting at $22,995. Don't forget our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on all Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. So stop by York Mitsubishi's end-of-year sale and see what we can do for you. Just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Halftime, the York Mitsubishi halftime show. Ron Ruben, Andy Bria with you at York High. The Bearcats leading at 40-27 over the Northeastern Bobcats, but Andy was 22-8 after 1, so the Bobcats took the second quarter 19-18. But I think what you talked to John Eister about in the pregame, he said that, you know, he doesn't want you can't drive a Ferrari slowly. And when they're in the half court, as we saw against Dover, Northeastern struggles, and that's the story tonight.
Yeah, and, you know, I understand you want to go, but if you can't, if the other team has got your number, and that's got to be the book. Mm-hmm. The book now is to just slow them down and make them play in the half court. The issue is Northeastern has some looks, but they've only done it once or twice, and when they've done it, which the look I'm talking about is they're in a 3-2 zone. Bearcats are in a 3-2 zone. The foul line is wide open to man there. If Reynolds, when he catches the ball, most of the time it's Reynolds, if he just squares up and look, he's going to pull one of them guys up. It's wide open for the layup underneath. They did it twice, I think, and scored both times. And every other time they just kick it for the open three.
Right.
And I think that's a bad shot for them.
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
It's not falling right now, but you're right.
Well, it's not in rhythm. They're used to shooting it out of the break.
Yeah, well, and you know, credit Troy Sowers. He told you a surprise, and the zone has been ended.
When's the last time you saw York High play the entire first half in a 3-2 zone in the half court?
Well,
I can't remember the last time I saw a Bearcat team do that.
But they're up 13.
Absolutely.
All right, it's York Mitsubishi.
Whatever it takes.
That's right. York Mitsubishi halftime show. Going to take a break and back with our halftime stats. After this, the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4-SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Hello, this is Kevin Bankos, president of Ballyhoo Sports Academy at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Ballyhoo is unlike any other program in the New York area. We provide a total program to improve young athletes mentally as well as physically. At Ballyhoo, you'll train with the top coaches in the region and grow in your love for the sport. Our athletes compete at the highest levels in a variety of sports, from volleyball and basketball to lacrosse and softball. We are located in the 60,000 square foot Heritage Hills Athletic Club. This past year, 30 Ballyhoo athletes went on to play at the college level. You'll not only receive great coaching, but personal training and sports performance training as well. And as a Ballyhoo athlete, you are immediately enrolled in the Heritage Hills Passport to Perks program, offering discounts throughout the Heritage Hills Resort. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at ballyhoosportsacademy.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
I know that guy on that commercial.
Yeah,
He's
you
a
do.
coach. Yeah. Coaches
And a good
galore
one.
here. Yeah, he is a good one. Kevin Bankos. And coaches galore here. Dusty Bako from Suburban's here. Kevin Sheeler and Chris Wagman from Central taking some notes, and we're surrounded by coaches. But that's all right. Time now for halftime stats. Man, let's first get the Bobcats in Northeastern.
All right, Donovan Maxfield, he has 3 field goals, 2 for 2 from the line, 9 points. Jeff Reynolds, 3 field goals and a foul shot in the second quarter. He has 7. Antonio Rizzuto off the bench, he has 2 field goals for 4. Fred Mulba off the bench, I believe. He's 2 for 4 from the line, has a short field goal, a long field goal. He has 7. They scored 8 in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter.
And Mulba also leads them with 5-10 and rebounding with 4. And Maxfield and Mulba each with a couple of rebounds, or a couple of assists rather. And Kobe Nwandu, and he has 2 rebounds in the first half, and that is it.
And yeah, he just can't get away, and that's tough when your leading scorer can't get off the schneid. All right,
Bearcats.
The York High Bearcats. Montreal Morgan, he has 5 points. All of those came in the second quarter. Trey Shiflett, a tidy 8, but he was only 2 for 4 from the line. I don't know what his issue is at the line.
Well,
Chris Johnson, 1 and 2 from the line, 2 field goals for 5. Jacques Cassiano, he couldn't miss. He had 3 threes, 2 deuces for 13. Jaden Intermendi has 2 field goals for 4. And Jazer, is that how you pronounce
believe
it?
so.
Jazer Drayton off the bench, a 3, a deuce, over 2 from the line. He has 5. They had 22 in the first quarter and 18 in the second quarter.
Chris Johnson leads them with 5 rebounds. Johnson and Morgan each with 2 assists, and Cassiano and Intermendi with a couple of steals each. Those are your halftime stats. Take a break. Come back with our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard show and the coach's pep talk from Unique Physique right after this.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. We have fuel cards, we have a credit card, checking, we have small business loans, and the credit card deposit account, and it's real easy to keep everything together on the online system. Small business owners have to be realistic. There are bumps in the road, cash flow, purchasing of equipment. And what's been really interesting with York Traditions is you call them in good times, that's always great, you do your reviews, but what's best is when you call them when things are rough and you need help, because these guys also serve as good advisors for small business. And you're not judged, it's simply working together for a good solution, side by side. When things are tough is where a bank will shine. It really is about building the relationship, and this is what York Traditions does. Small business has to appreciate that.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
When was the last time someone pumped your gas? You gotta be kidding. No one does that. Well, they do at Moses Golf Service, 1885 West Market Street in West York. They're a full-service gas station doing auto repairs and state inspections. Plus, they pump your gas. Moses Golf Service Station. Stop in for good old-fashioned service.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Ron Room and Andy Bria back with you. York Mitsubishi halftime show. Bearcats 40, Bobcats 27. Quick look at the York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard. Not too much going on tonight. Gettysburg big over Littlestown in boys action in the fourth quarter, 79-41. No report on the New Oxford at Spring Grove game. Gotta like the Rockets in that one. Girls, New Oxford's defeated Gettysburg 64-36, and West York looking to bounce back from consecutive losses to York Catholic and Susquehannock lead Trinity at the half, 21-16. All right, Andy, our coach's pep talk from Unique Physique, York High and the Bearcats. Troy Sowers.
Troy's going to sit in that zone until John Eister and his guys figure out how to beat it. He'll run when he can. I think he talked a little bit about on his offensive end. Let's not, maybe you don't want to live by that three and work the ball a little bit better. Maybe your shot selection in a couple spots, but overall he's got it under control right now.
All right, John Eister, a little scratching of the head in his locker room.
Well, I want to see him get the ball. If it was me, I'd want to hit that ball. I want it to touch the post as it goes reverse. But when it touches the post, I want the kid that catches the ball on the foul line to square up and just look at the basket. Look what's happening down on the baseline. He can kick it opposite then. He still gets that. I think that's where the opening is when they slow him down, and I think that's where they need to go.
All right, our coach's pep talk from Unique Physique to get ready to start the second half tonight. And we again want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Happy New Year. And don't forget, Andy and Wayne will have the call for you next Monday and Tuesday from the Special Olympics Holiday Tournament. York Catholic and York Suburban in the opener. So the two grandpas will be there.
That's exactly right.
That's right.
Thank you very much for that. I'm so proud.
You should be. I hope so. And Wayne is as well. So that'll be a lot of fun. Tune in. And driving is Johnson from the left side.
Oh.
A reverse layup won't go. And they
know what? That's a Trey Shiflett that time, hustling on the ball, kicked it out of bounds, got up off his feet, and bounced it off of Reynolds.
And so the Bearcats keep it, and they go deep to Cassiano, who lofts a three from about 23 feet. A little short, long rebound to Wandu, bats it out, but it's saved by Morgan, but saves it to Maxfield.
Right.
So Donovan fires it on the baseline to Nwandu, had trouble catching it, now takes it up in traffic, blocked from behind by Intermendi, but they're going to get Jaden with his third personal foul, the 6'6 junior, and that will send Kobe Nwandu to the line for the first time tonight. As you mentioned, he's yet to score. He is 70% at the stripe, the 6'5 senior who leads him at 17-3 a game. First one, no, air ball. Wow.
Bad. That was bad.
Wow.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
Kobe he's just not on tonight.
Based on that last shot.
Well, the second one's good.
And off the schneid right there.
Yeah. 40-28, so the
closest they've been in a while.
Yes, it is. Morgan in the front court. Maxfield with them there. Right side of Johnson, working on Reynolds, falls down, but gets it off to Intermendi. The free throw line back to Johnson. He puts up a three, and off the back of the rim, no. And going high was Rizzuto, but he lost it to his own guy. And Intermendi gets it, takes it down the lane. That won't go. Tip by Morgan won't go. And they're fighting for it with Rizzuto and Morgan. It's out of bounds. Whose ball is it?
Northeastern.
Sure. All right.
You can get this in single digits with a three.
Yep. Yeah. Wandu in the near corner. That zone defense, York High, as Andy said, and hard to believe they've been at the whole game. There they go. The high post now, and down the lane is Wandu. Count the basket and a foul. He took it right down the right side of the lane with a quick move, and Jason Intermendi picks up his fourth foul. So the 6'6 junior is going to have to come out. So that will make the Bearcats a little smaller as Messiah Anderson replaces him, a 6'2 junior, and Nwandu back at the line trying to complete the three-point play.
And we figure out now what John Eister was talking about.
And that free throw is no good. Reva Johnson had it, lost it, and Maxfield comes up with it. He puts up a jumper, and it goes. Donovan Maxfield with the bucket off the follow. And amazingly, this is an 8-point game, near steal. A double dribble by Shiflett. And Nwandu takes the ball out of his hands and gives it to the official.
I'm not sure what the issue is here, but we got an 8-point ball game.
Yes, we do.
Troy Sowers right now needs to figure this out. He might need a timeout to talk about it.
Used two in the first half. And,
well,
I know. Gets it to Rizzuto now out front, back to Maxfield. Thought about a 3-0, feeds it high post to Reynolds, kicks it out in the corner. McCarter, that 3 won't go. Reynolds with the offensive rebound, takes it back up, lost it. Rizzuto grabs it back to Maxfield for 3. No, off the left side, a foul inside. It's going to stay with Northeastern, so it's going to be a Bearcat foul.
1-3.
That's Montrell Morgan.
Is that who that was?
Yep.
3 quick fouls on the Bearcats. That plays right into Northeastern.
Reynolds to McCarter. McCarter out front to Nwandu. Kobe down the left side of the lane, into the lane, and guys hitting the deck. No call. Ball's out. Traveling violation on Messiah Anderson. You're right. And Nwandu took it up hard to the hoop. He crashed into Chris Johnson. No foul called either way. Then Anderson grabbed it and traveled as he tried to make the outlet pass.
You know, right now, the Bearcats offensively are completely out of sorts coming out of the locker room. And it looks like a complete switch from first half to second half.
Maxfield, the high post to Nwandu. And that's going to be an offensive foul. He lowered the shoulder and crashed in to Montrell Morgan. So Nwandu picks up the foul. It is his second.
And, you know, I understand they want to get the ball to him there, and I think that's a great coaching move. But you got to understand that if you're double teamed down on a low block, get the ball to the open man.
Yep. So it remains a Bearcat 8-point lead, 40-32, 6:17 left in the third quarter. And they're looking for a towel to wipe up some moisture here, so Phil Miller gets one from John Eister, and they'll mop the court with the broom here as well. Good crowd on hand here tonight, Andy.
Yeah, it is. And for the night before Christmas Eve, yeah.
Bottom level is full here, and the top levels are about half full, so that's a nice crowd.
Here we go.
Cassiano to inbound it against the press. Gets it into Morgan. Now they fall out of it. And Morgan pushes it into the front.
Wow.
Now almost tripped down the left side. Comes back out. And picked up by Maxfield. Now Cassiano in the corner. Drives it out and gives it to Johnson between the circles. Working on McCarter. Picks it up. Goes in the corner. Cassiano with a 3. And he got it. He is hot tonight.
And right there is what they needed. That's 4 threes for him tonight.
3 assists for Chris Johnson. It's back to 11. A deep 3 by Maxfield. That rims out, and Johnson with the rebound. Nobody underneath for Northeastern.
And he got the ball off in rhythm that time.
Morgan gets it over to Cassiano. Another 3.
Wow.
Count it.
He's feeling it now.
Oh, man.
It's raining threes.
It is.
From Jaquez Cassiano.
At the other end, they take it to the bucket, count the basket, and a foul. That was Maxfield to put it in?
Yes, this kid's got game. 2-4.
That's Messiah Anderson, his third. So Donovan Maxfield will try to make the 3-point basket.
This young man's got some game. He's a heady player, quick feet, can handle the rock.
And drains it. He is 3 of 3 at the line, and it is back to 11, 46-35. 5.5 left in the third. Morgan down the left side of the lane and he missed it inside, and the rebound pulled in by McCarter. Gets it to Maxfield. Maxfield in the corner. Rizzuto, his jumper doesn't go. Rebound is fought for. Cassiano has it. Gets it to Anderson. He feeds it over to Shiflett. Shiflett takes it to the hoop and draws the foul.
Shiflett that time. I think they're going to get. Are they going to get Reynolds? Nope. 2-3. 2-3.
That's
Jeremiah
McCarter. That's
McCarter.
his first. Former Bearcat. So
Trey Shiflett.
2 shots coming for Trey Shiflett, and 2 of 4 tonight.
Right, but the only points they got on the board are Cassiano on his 2 threes.
The senior Shiflett, left-handed shot off the back of the rim. No, so he's 2 of 5 at the line, and he's 48% on the year coming in. So
yeah.
Second one got the roll.
It hit everything.
Yes, it did. 47-35, and quickly back is Northeastern, and driving is Rizzuto. A reverse layup, no. Chris Johnson with the rebound and pushes it for the Bearcats. Going coast to coast. His scoop shot is no good, but they're going to call the foul on Jeremiah McCarter, and Chris Johnson will get 2 free throws.
You know, you could tell from where we're standing, you could tell he was going to the basket about 3/4 court.
Yep. Johnson, the 6'5" senior. 13-6 a game. His first free throw is short. He's 1 of 3 now. He's the guy.
Not shooting well, the Bearcats from the foul line. And I think they're going to need these at the end.
Second one to come now. That's short, way short. Rebound pulled in there by Jeff Reynolds. And the Bobcats are in the front court. Maxfield in the paint, feeds it on the baseline into Nwandu, turns, takes it to the hoop, head fake, puts it up and in. Nice move by Kobe.
Kobe Nwandu working a baseline.
It's 10, 47,
He's got 5 on the game.
And Shiflett is back. Nwandu is on him. 4:40 left in the third. Bearcats led by as many as 22 in this game. Cassiano in the far corner. It goes to Shiflett at the top of the key. Nwandu right on him. Trey pulls it back. To the right side he goes at the elbow and pulls it back again. Crossover dribble in the corner. They go to Johnson for 3. No. Rebound. Morgan takes it up. That won't go. And it's fought for. And Morgan comes out of there again and puts it up and in.
Montrell Morgan working real hard underneath that time.
At the other end, Nwandu hard to the hoop. Foul on the floor before he took it to the bucket on Cassiano, I believe, for the reach. Or Morgan. Moba checks in for Northeastern. I couldn't see on who the foul was called.
It was either 1-3.
They haven't put it up on the board. I think that's who it was. If it is, that's 3 on Morgan. They still haven't put it up there. And Northeastern will inbound it. And Moba in the far corner. Moba back out to Nwandu. They never did put the foul call up there. Reynolds on the high post kicks it out and they get it around to Maxfield for 3 on the left side. That won't go. Inside, Reynolds stripped by Johnson. Johnson comes out of there with it, knocked out of bounds by Rizzuto, but it will still. Bearcats and Johnson just shoved Moba out of the way, and Troy Sowers trying to calm him down, and Northeastern looking for some kind of a foul call there.
Yeah, well, you got 3 officials, and all 3 of them missed it.
Yep. So we think the third foul was on Morgan. They never did put it on the board, so I'm not sure. And Jordan Zirkle is going to get in the ball game right now for Northeastern for Donovan Maxfield, or for Fred, and Fred Mulbaugh's out also, and
we got a lot of pushing and shoving going on. We got Reynolds against Montrell Morgan.
Mulbaugh's on Morgan now.
I'm sorry, Chris Johnson.
And Morgan into the front court now. Bearcats by 12. Get it off to Anderson. Anderson to Cassiano to Shiflett the right side at the elbow. Double team. Goes back out to Cassiano. Skips it all the way in the other corner to Morgan, who drives baseline. Takes it up around. Zirkle couldn't hit it, but Morgan on the tip.
That was unbelievable. He took baseline, missed the layup, got his own, and just flipped it back in over his head.
3 by Nwandu at the other end off the back of the rim. No, Johnson high for the rebound. Here come the Bearcats. Gets it ahead to Shiflett. Shiflett down the lane. Blocked at the rim by Mulbach.
That should have been goaltending.
Yeah, here comes Reynolds at the other end. Scoops it to the hoop. Missed it. Tried too hard to draw the foul. And out of bounds off of a foul called on Fred Mulbach.
At the minimum, we should have had goaltending here. That was on Mulbach, right?
Yep.
Okay. That's 2 on him. At the minimum, it should have been goaltending. He pinned it right at the rim.
Yep. Bearcat basketball. They're up by 14, 51-37. Johnson to Morgan. Morgan down the left side in the corner to Cassiano. He drives poked away from behind by Rizzuto, but out of bounds. I think it stays with Bearcats, and it does. And Coleman's checking in now for Reynolds, and also Maxfield checking in for Rizzuto for Northeastern.
We got the tempers calmed down just for a minute.
Morgan has it. Morgan drives to the free throw line. A lot of contact, fades away. No, but Shiflett with the rebound. That won't go, but he will draw the foul and get 2 free throws.
Number 1.
All right, that foul then is on Brandon Coleman. That is his second, and Trey Shiflett back to the line where he is 3 of 6 tonight.
Where it's been an adventure.
Yep. And does not get the roll on that one. Hung on the rim for a moment. Bearcat lead at 14. Northeastern had cut it to 10.
Wow.
2:56 left in the third now. Shiflett will get the second one. And no, rebound by Nwandu. Good box up by Kobe, and here come the Bobcats down quickly as Moba in the corner. They go to Zirkle, drives baseline, kicks it out for a 3. This is Coleman, and it's good. Brandon Coleman off the feed by Zirkle. Timeout taken Troy Sowers, 51-40 Bearcats, 2:42 left in the third. Timeout courtesy of your neighborhood family markets on the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
Need an assist? Get great savings and great weekly specials at your favorite neighborhood stores. Use your gold card and stop in now at Nell's Fresh Food Markets in Spry, East Berlin, and Carlisle. Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, and Whiteford. And Wetzel's Market in Glen Rock. Your full court headquarters and always the freshest meats and produce.
Your counties, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
2:42 left in the third quarter. It's 51-40 Bearcats over Northeastern. Ron Room and Andy Bria with you.
You got to keep your composure in contests like this. You know, this little pushing and shoving, you're not focused on the game. You're focused on each other.
Cassiano inbounds it for the Bearcats against full court pressure. Gets it to Montreal Morgan, the 6'2 senior guard, and Moba's on him. Morgan working hard to bring it into the front court now. Comes to the right elbow. And he threw it low post, but he threw it there to Maxfield. And Moba picks it up, gets it ahead to Nwandu. Nwandu takes it to the hoop and hits it.
All right, Kobe Nwandu starting to get a little involved here.
Yep. And it is a 9-point game, and we're on the floor. There's another steal. Steal by Northeastern. They get it ahead, and the jam is thrown down by Brandon Coleman.
Brandon Coleman. And I mean, he threw it down Dr. J style.
Back with it is Anderson down the lane. His layup is good. Messiah Anderson answers. 53-44. 2 minutes left in the third.
9-point game, though. It's single digits. It's where they want it.
Moba has it at the left elbow. John Eister barking out what he wants here against his zone defense. Maxfield left side, thought about a three, dribbles to the baseline, hits it to Coleman at the high post, and his jumper's good from 14.
And again, they've been working that high post, and since they've been doing it, they've had success against their 3-2 zone.
It is a 7-point game with 95 seconds left in the third. Bearcats lead. Johnson drives from the top of the key, kicks into the corner to Cassiano. He stepped on the sideline. Gordy Kaufman right there, and that turns it over. He made the three, but stepped on the sideline, and it's Bobcat ball.
That's where he lived.
Yes, he has. Tonight he has 5 3-pointers in this game. And Jeff Reynolds checks in for Kobe Nwandu now with 1:30 left in the third.
Coach is staying with his zone.
In the front court now, Donovan Maxfield to Moba. Moba to the right free throw line, back to Maxfield for three. Off the back of the rim, no. Reynolds with the rebound, takes it back up and gets it.
And now it's 5.
Jeff Reynolds with the offensive glass. He has 6 rebounds in the game. Chris Johnson out front. Reynolds on him. He backs it to the midcourt line, and Reynolds follows him now. Johnson drives with the left hand in the lane. Scoop shot, too hard. Rebound Zirkle, gets it ahead to Moba. Moba back with Drayden, takes it to the hoop. Contact, no call. Moba has it, puts it back up and in.
And nobody was there for the Bearcats. Got to be timeout. Troy Sowers, and he cannot like what's going on.
That is his 4th timeout. There are 50 seconds left here in the quarter. We'll take it as well. Back after this.
When you need a haircut, where do you go? If you need a hair replacement, who's the expert? When barbers need a haircut, where do they go? The answer is Iaconos, of course, the most interesting barbers in York. Don't normally get a shave? Go to Iaconos, they'll take care of you. Need a facial? That's right, Iaconos is the place to get it done. Iaconos, the most interesting barbers in York. They do it all. For an appointment, call 854-8258. That's 854-8258.
On Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
All right, it's 53-50. York High leading. 50 seconds left in the third. Andy, at one point in the first half of this basketball game, at the end of the first quarter, was 22-8. It was 38-18. About halfway through the
there was a
second quarter.
22-point lead in this game.
Yeah.
Okay, and the difference right now is 2 things. Number one, Northeastern has figured out the 3-2 zone. They figured out how to score against it. The other thing is York High's making poor decisions in instances, and Northeastern's getting out and running. And when they run, I'll tell you, I don't think there's a team quicker.
I don't think so either. Against the full court press, they get into Montreal Morgan. Troy Sowers, 1 timeout remaining in the 4th period.
Be interesting coming down the stretch.
Yep. Morgan to the right elbow. He's guarded by Maxfield. On a screen by Johnson. Northeastern switches. Morgan working now on Reynolds, then pulls it back. Clock at 34. Anderson back to Morgan. Morgan drives in the paint, and he's fouled as Reynolds and Moba both went for the ball there, and Gordy Kaufman has the foul on Jeff Reynolds. And on Reynolds, that will be his first. Team foul number 6. There are 5 on the Bearcats so far.
Who was the foul on Reynolds?
Jeff Reynolds.
That's his first. Wow.
Yeah, for as physical as he has been.
Yeah,
tonight.
really.
So Bearcat ball under their hoop, right under where we are. And Troy Shiflett will inbound it. Looking, goes deep to Jaquez Cassiano, almost overthrew it. 25 left in the period. Bearcats look like they'll hold for 1.
That's what I would do at the quarter they had.
Bearcats backing it out. Cassiano at midcourt. Circle is about 20 feet away from him. Clock down to 10. And Troy Sowers calls a play now. He gets it over to Drayden. Clock at 6. Drayden drives into traffic, picks it up, puts it up. Oh. No, rebound pulled in by Northeastern. Coleman at the buzzer, and his heave is nowhere close. We have played 3. Hey, don't go anywhere. Start your Christmas early, folks. It's 53-50. York High leading Northeastern. Final 8 minutes comes your way next on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Wecker's Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Wecker's new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Wecker's expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30, Hallamesa.
Hi, I'm York High Boys basketball coach Troy Sowers. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
All right, we have 8 minutes left, and Troy Sowers' guys had a 22-point lead in the second quarter. It is now 53-50, and John Eister's guys are on the roll. Andy, they took that third period handily.
23-13. They shot as well in that quarter as York High shot in the first half. They've also figured this zone out, but now he's got to kind of stay. You got to stay in the zone and make them beat you in what they're not used to doing.
Northeastern ball starting the period. In the corner is Nwandu. Kobe goes back out to Maxfield on the right side at the three-point line. High post, they go to Reynolds, turns and faces. Tried to feed it on the baseline. Too many Bearcats there. Steal by Morgan, and he was fouled, I think, by Coleman. And that will be a 1-on-1. That's his 7th team foul. Foul is on, it's on Jeff Reynolds.
Jeff Reynolds.
That's his second. And the steal by Morgan, that was his second steal, and Montreal will shoot 1-1 at the other end. 75% on the year, has not been to the line tonight.
Well, they've not better him than some of these other guys for York High because they have not been good from the foul line tonight.
Montreal does have 9 points in the game, and the 6'2 senior will get the 1-on-1 here, eyes the hoop, puts it up, and drains it, gets the bonus.
That's what good teams do. They make their foul shots when it counts, and right now it counts.
Bearcat lead at 4 now, 54-50, opening minute of the final period. Morgan spins it, bends the knees, puts it to the hoop, and nothing but net.
Very nicely done by the young man. Give him those 2.
In the front court now, Maxfield with it. Bobcats down 3. Mulba top of the key. Maxfield right side. And looking it over. High post they go to Coleman. He's doubled. Ball comes loose. He retrieves it. Taken away by Drayden. Takes it to the hoop and hits it. Drayden with the steal and the bucket.
And again.
Northeastern back. Maxfield, nope. Drives, scoop shot. Oh, rolled around and out. Offensive rebound. Nwandu puts it back up and in.
And that's where Nwandu is good. When they got him down low, they got him out at the three-point line. That's not how they beat it in the third quarter. Get Nwandu back on the block.
Drayden in the front court. I know where you were going to say, Andy. Another one of those steals when you're not thinking they're coming for it.
Right, and that's what they do.
Drayden crossover dribble cut off by Mulva. Back out to Shiflett. Lead is 5 by the Bearcats, 57-52, 6:50 left. Cassiano at center court, guarded by Coleman. Jaquez crosses over to the left hand and throws it into the hands of Fred Mulba. Mulba has a 3-on-1 break, gives it to Nwandu, who throws it home.
Absolutely, you saw that one coming. He slammed that with 2 hands and authority. He had authority with that one.
57-54, the lead cut again to 3. Morgan, jumper at the free throw line. It will not go. Rebound by Drayden inside, and he puts it back up and in.
Boy, I like this kid. Where did he come from?
I don't know. He is 5'11", playing in with the big guys and doing the job. Maxfield in the corner. Oh, we try to feed it inside, and Nwandu batted out of bounds by the Bearcats.
See, when they get Nwandu down low like that on the block, and what he does against the 3-2 zone is he's getting down. When he gets down on the block, it cramps that back. Now you create a mismatch back there with the big guy, and the guy's got some moves.
They lob it into Nwandu. Johnson got a hand on it, but Nwandu saves it and puts it up and in. Nwandu 13 points all in the second half. Again, a 3-point game. The Bearcats run. Creighton missed the layup that time, and the rebound by Jordan Zirkle. It's ahead to Moba. Moba pushing it up. Stops at the 3-point line right side. In the quarter, Maxfield, he'll pop a left-handed three. It is short. Rebound by Rizzuto. Had it, lost it. Johnson gets it. Chris pushes it ahead. Driving to the hoop, Cassiano, and he hits the running layup.
Cassiano had ball control that time, and they needed that right there, the Bearcats.
Yep. All right, it's 61-56 now. York High lead is 5.5 left. Maxfield left side. High post to Rizzuto, back out to Moba. And a steal by Shiflett. Shiflett in the passing lane, takes it to the bucket, count the basket, and a foul. They're going to get Fred Moba on the call on the foul. That is his third, and Shiflett with the steal going coast to coast, laid it in and drew the contact as well.
You know, you have to understand, you've got to be in the game. John wants a timeout. I'm sure he's going to tell him, oh, you got beat. You're beat. We're in a tight game. Don't give him the N1. Just let him, make your beat. And then you foul him and you compound.
Great anticipation by Trey Shiflett. We only have one game break left, so we'll keep it here for a moment, Andy. We haven't had a chance to do a whole lot of analysis here. I mean, you talked about Northeastern figured out the zone a little bit and was able to run with it, and did they change their half-court offense as well?
Yes, well, they did. And their offense right now, the offense in the third quarter had Nwandu on the low block with Reynolds in the high post. And that seemed to work for them. Nwandu was getting to the basket. I mean, he had 7 points, got to the foul line 3 times, all from down low, not outside, not driving to the basket. He was down low. Now, he has 6 points in this quarter. Same kind of thing. These aren't jump shots. He's down on the block, operating like a post player in that zone, and that's what they're having success with.
York Traditions Bank scoreboard update. The West York girls are up on Trinity in the fourth quarter. The score at this point in time is 32-23, and Gettysburg boys defeat Littlestown 87-51. Here at 64-56 as
it's been an adventure for him from the foul line for Trey Shiflett, but they're 3 for 3 right now.
Finished the 3-point play. Bearcat lead back to 8. It was as low as 3. Out front, Nwandu now. Left side to Rizzuto, back to Nwandu on the right side. Gives it in the corner to Reynolds. Reynolds pulls it up. Nwandu wants it on the baseline.
And he was wide open.
Oh, man, he had the lane. There's a 3 by Reynolds. No. Rebound by Chris Johnson. They missed him that time.
Well, that's what I said. When he's down there on that baseline, near the block, near the lane line, that's where they've had their success.
And he was calling for it.
Oh, absolutely, he wanted it.
Morgan gets it to Johnson. Johnson drives from the left side on the baseline, feeds it across to Shiflett, but threw it past him. Trey unable to catch it, and the turnover gives it to the Bobcats.
Gets real tight down there when you're going. I thought it was touched by Northeastern.
Well, Northeastern has the ball, and Nwandu picks it up. Kobe will bring it into the front court. He's had a good second half. Left side, Rizzuto in the corner circle. Baseline, Reynolds. Reynolds takes it to the hoop. Nobody challenged him, and he draws the foul on Montreal Morgan. They'll shoot 2.
That's 3 on Montreal.
Yeah, I guess, unless there was one foul. We never knew who they called it on, so I'm assuming it's 3.
Oh, that's 4.
Is it?
According to the scorekeeper, that's 4.
Well, that might be right. That was the one we couldn't figure out. And Reynolds will shoot 2.
That's tough right there.
That is a big one. Reynolds' first one is good, so Jeff is 2 of 2 at the line tonight. And Morgan is staying in there, so we assume it's 4 on him.
I'm not sure that's a...
I don't know.
Well, you're going to find out here real shortly.
Second free throw, nope, off the right side, and a rebound by Jaser Drayden. 7-point Bearcat lead, 4.5 left. Shiflett between the double team into the front court, gives it up to Drayden.
You got to get out of there.
Back to Shiflett. Shiflett to the free throw line in the corner. Johnson thought about a 3, but Reynolds came to challenge.
That's not the shot they want right now. Work this ball, get it down low. Let's see what you can do driving to the basket.
Drayden spins against Nwandu and gives it up to Shiflett. Trey with Jordan Zirkle on him. 4:10 in the game now. And Trey drives and pulls it back.
They're working on like a 1-4 low here.
Johnson has it, top of the key, and he gives it over to Cassiano. And there's an offensive foul on Johnson as he ran over Antonio Rizzuto after he gave the ball up.
And again, I got him for 3.
Yep.
They're not putting him up here. They might be putting him on a board we can't see.
And Maxfield will bring it up for Northeastern. They're down 7, 3:50 left in the basketball game. Jaden Intermendi will check in for the Bearcats with the next dead ball. Rizzuto in the corner to Zirkle. He lofts a 3, a little short rebound by Chris Johnson, his 10th.
I don't understand. You had so much success with Nwandu down low, and yet now he's bringing the ball up the floor and playing at the 3-point line.
Johnson dribbles out front, drives to the top of the key with Reynolds on him. Now pulls it back. Bearcats being deliberate.
This is a tough man-to-man defense they're playing against.
Cassiano working against Rizzuto. He's double-teamed in the corner with Zirkle. Gets it back out to Drayden. Drayden now drives to the free throw line. Runner from 12. Good. Oh.
I'll tell you what, this kid's got game. That was a floater from 6 feet.
And Maxfield back, and he takes it right to the hoop and draws the foul on the sophomore Drayden. So that will be 2 on Drayden, and Donovan Maxfield will shoot 2. He is 3 of 3 at the stripe tonight. The Bearcat lead currently at 9.
He's perfect. He gets 2 more.
This Drayden kid is impressive.
He is. Where'd he come from?
I don't know. Maxfield bottom of the net for that one. It's 66-58. Mulba in for Northeastern for Zirkle. Intermendi replaces Drayden for the Bearcats.
You know, John Heister's bunch play a tough man-to-man defense. They've taken the Bearcats out of what they like to do. They're long, they're athletic, and they are quick.
They missed it off the back of the iron. Rebound by Intermendi, the 6'6 junior, grabs his 3rd. And it's an 8-point Bearcat lead. Morgan double-teamed in the backcourt, gets it to Johnson. In the front court he goes, gives it to Shiflett. He's doubled now. They get it to Johnson in the corner.
They're going to double him, too.
He's doubled down to Shiflett on the low post. Missed it inside, but Intermendi is there for the follow.
Intermendi off the bench. 4 fouls. They got the 10-point lead, 2:47 left.
Yep. And again, they've gone away from Nwandu there. Now they get it to low on the baseline, but they threw it too high. Maxfield looked for him, but threw it too high, and the turnover to the Bearcats.
Well, you think about it. You got Reynolds should come to the high post, so Nwandu can have room down there on the baseline.
And that's
okay.
Ooh, they say Shiflett dribbled it off the foot of Rizzuto.
Yes.
They came for the double-team trap there at the sideline right in front of Troy Sowers. Stays with the Bearcats. Johnson inbound at midcourt. He goes in the backcourt to Morgan. Morgan with Maxfield on him. We believe Montreal has 4 fouls. Not 100% sure because they haven't been putting them up on the board.
Well, yeah, but I'm looking at their official scorekeeper, and she had 4 fingers up, so.
I'm pretty sure that's the case. Morgan at midcourt now drives to the free throw line, feeds it on the baseline to Intermendi, takes it up and hits it. Nice
This kid's
shot.
got game, too, and he was been on the bench.
Yep. And it's now 70-58, and driving is Nwandu. He traveled.
Yeah.
Yep, got the bucket, but when he dribbled through the double team, he took the step. So the Bearcats have it, the ball back, 2:07 left, and all of a sudden a 12-point lead.
I don't understand, right? You have so much success with one particular situation, and really the Bearcats have not taken it away. They just did not go back to it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I don't get it.
Intermendi will inbound it for the Bearcats against a full court press now. 18 fouls apiece, so everybody's shooting a one-on-one on non-shooting fouls. And
we got something going on. We got moisture again, yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll wipe that up. Cordy Kaufman. Well, the Bobcats had this down to 3 a couple of times. So the Bearcats have steadily worked it back up to a dozen.
Well, again, they got away from what they were doing. Northeastern, that stopped their offensive flow. And then the Bearcats get a couple of bang buckets, and the lead's back to 12.
Intermendi, baseball pass to Shiflett, who cut down court, and they're going to call a foul on Brandon Coleman before the shot. So he broke deep against the press that time, and Coleman has his 3rd foul, and Shiflett will shoot the one-on-one.
But that's a smart play by Brandon Coleman because Shiflett's not been lighting it up here from the foul line.
True.
So he made his one in this quarter.
2:05 left. Bearcat lead at 12. That was short, and the rebound.
Woefully short.
Yep. Rebound is grabbed by Maxfield. Gets it on the low post to, Coleman blew the layup, and rebound by Chris Johnson. He's surrounded by 3 Bobcats and somehow comes out of there with it, and then he was fouled.
They're going to get number 1 again. They're going to get Coleman again.
That'll be Brandon's 4th. That is the 11th rebound for Chris Johnson. I think Coleman was closer to the basket than he thought when he got that one and took it up, and he banged it hard off the board and missed the layup. So Chris Johnson to the line. He's 1 of 4 tonight. And that's 10 team fouls on Northeastern, so he will shoot 2.
Well, Chris Johnson's going. These are all important now.
And that's short, very short. Johnson just 5 points tonight, but does have 11 rebounds and 3 assists.
He makes this one. Now you make it a 5-possession game.
And he did not miss it off to the left. The rebound by Nwandu pushes it ahead to Moba. Moba on the left side, looking it over. Gets it down low to Rizzuto, back out to Maxfield. His 3 won't go. Good bucks out by Intermendi, and he pulls down the rebound. And ahead come the Bearcats. Now Cassiano feeds it to Morgan, cutting down the lane. He doesn't get the layup to go, but does draw the foul.
Coleman again?
Yep. That's 5.
See him.
Nice pass that time by Jaquez Cassiano from the corner, and Morgan cut down the lane. So that's 5 fouls on Brandon Coleman. He will leave with 7 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. And Montrell Morgan is 2 of 2 at the line, and he will get 2 more here. Just 1:37 left, and is a 12-point Bearcat lead.
Well, Northeastern played well. Figured him out in the 3rd quarter, cut the lead to 3, but couldn't get over the hump.
Yep. And Morgan, first one is good. Montrell 3 of 3 at the line as...
Better you say it than me.
Jazer Drayden checks in for the Bearcats.
This one got no shot.
And no, it doesn't. You are correct. 13-point lead for the Bearcats, though. And
what I tell you? Oh, my God.
Sure it was. Maxfield with the rebound. Nwandu in the corner to Rizzuto. Buck and a half left. They got to shoot. Get it to Maxfield. He drives down the left side and crashes into Intermendi and is going to get the foul. And Troy Sowers, one of the offensive call. Troy still has some ups there. He jumped about 2 feet in the air.
There you go. 1-4.
Oh, that's Jazer Drayden. That's his 3rd. And so Maxfield will shoot 2. He is 4 of 5 at the line tonight.
Maxfield, I like this kid. He's got game.
Yeah, he does. He's a senior and hits a free throw. 71-59, though. Just a minute 26 remaining, however.
He is 2 of 3 from the line just in the 4th quarter with 1 to shoot.
And the second one is good as well. So that
tried to come out.
It did. Cuts it to 11, and I think John Eister's taking a timeout here.
Again, teaching moments.
Yep.
I don't think he can. Stranger things have happened.
They have, but 71-60. Remember, Northeastern's unbeaten right now. They are 7-0, so this will be their first loss. It's not a league game.
No, it's not a league game, and this is a good game for Northeastern. Playing somebody like York High, you know what I mean. You don't get to see a lot of teams that can bring this kind of pressure. And remember, this is a good win for York High against a good basketball team. Short 3 people.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
You know, and again, you got to give the coach a lot of credit. He set his rules up. You break the team rules. It doesn't matter who you are, what you do, how many points you have, how many rebounds. You take your punishment.
Yep.
You know, it's a good thing, but York High is shorthanded and still playing good basketball. But I give Northeastern a lot of credit. They hung in there, man. Down 22, you could have said, you know what? I'm taking my ball and going home, and they did not go away.
And as John Eister told you in the pregame, that they're quad A now, so this is the kind of team they're going to see in the district playoffs, and he wants to be ready for that. So,
well, right now the book is
zone.
It's a short book. Every kind of zone you can think of, and a couple that you haven't thought of yet.
Absolutely.
Have your daughter draw them up on paper.
Yeah, and I would even, be very patient on offense against them. Just, make them work defensively.
Right. They are tough defensively.
Yeah. Just to frustrate him, though, not having the shots.
Right.
Intermendi gets it to Morgan. Morgan in the front court against pressure. He's double-teamed, and he gets it back to Johnson. Johnson now back to Morgan.
You got to get it off that sideline. It's too easy.
Now to 1:15 left. Morgan on the floor. We're going to have a timeout taken by Troy Sowers before the ball was out to preserve the possession. So that's York's final timeout as Morgan and Reynolds went down for the loose ball.
No foul, he's saying. Saying no foul. Took a shot in the eyeball. Personally, what I think is he should get the envelope for Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, okay? I mean, he didn't get hit that hard.
No.
All right?
No, but it's been a game. And there was a time where it got a lot of talking out there, some shoving going on, but that kind of dissipated.
Got to give both teams a lot of credit. They played tough, physical basketball. You're right. There was about a 4 or 5 minute stretch where I thought the next hard foul, we're definitely going to see somebody drop. And it didn't get that far, and I'm glad.
Yep, we got to take one more break here. Bearcats up 11, 1:12 remaining.
Penn doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
71-60 York High leading Northeastern. 1:12 remaining. Don't forget the 76ers follow us immediately, and the next Monday, Andy and Wayne will have the call as York Suburban and York Catholic meet in the Special Olympics Holiday Tournament from York Tech. So make sure you tune in for that.
That 76ers thing, is that volleyball?
I'm not sure what it is. It is basketball.
That's my hometown, man.
I know.
Believe me, that's terrible.
Yeah. And there's a foul before the ball is inbounded, so foul is on Antonio Rizzuto, and Morgan will shoot 2. Well, we lost 2 of the great 76ers this year. Daryl Dawkins and Moses Malone both passed away, and you think of the heritage of that team. I mean, Wilt Chamberlain, Billy Cunningham, Dr. J, and all those guys, Mo Cheeks. I mean,
Doug Collins, World B. Free when he was Lloyd Free.
Yep.
Boy, does that date me or what?
Yeah, I remember. Morgan's first is good, but that's a proud franchise, and to see what the ownership is doing, there really ought to be rules against that because the fans are being cheated every night.
Okay, I can understand it for 1 year so you get a pick, but I want to know what the long-term thing is, and I don't even like the NBA, so I mean,
Morgan makes the second. It's 73-60, and Maxfield drives down the lane and hits the layup. Donovan Maxfield, coast to coast. And Drayden inbounds it to Johnson, back to Drayden. He's in the front court. Under a minute now, and there's a steal by Mulba. Mulba in the front court with the basketball, spins to the baseline, feeds it inside to Reynolds, who takes it. Hit the bottom of the rim, and Johnson grabs it for his 12th rebound, and he's fouled. Now watch out. Whoa, watch out, guys. A little extracurricular after the foul there.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure you want to be in there.
Well,
I don't want to be in there.
No. Foul was on, not sure, maybe Mulba? I'm not sure. Well, it doesn't matter at this point.
Right, Mulba or Reynolds, but
Johnson to shoot 2. Chris just 1 of 6 at the line tonight. And this free throw is good.
There you go. 2 of 7 now.
And Zirkle checks in for Reynolds. I think Reynolds picked up that foul the last time. So the second one to come for Chris Johnson. The Bearcats are going to get this one in the back pocket. They needed to win. They'll go to 6-3 overall. Second one is good. They'd struggled a little bit of late, losing 2 in a row for the first time in a long time. And Nwandu back now. He drives in the lane and crashes into Johnson. And they count the basket. They're calling a blocking foul on Johnson, who took the brunt of that one. And it's 4 on Johnson. And he's still down.
Yeah, he might have taken one. Where guys don't like to take it.
He might have. Ooh, he is in considerable pain, and I think you may be correct in that. He stood right in there, and Nwandu he was going hard to the hoop, and it could have, as they often could have gone either way. So makes it 75-62 with 43 seconds left, and we certainly hope Chris will be up in a moment or two, but. Andy, Kobe Nwandu did not score in the first half of this game, and now he has 15 points by my count. And as you said, when they started to go to him out of the high post against the zone on the baseline and low post, it worked, and then they went away from him.
He's a big guy. What are they listing?
6'5". He's 6'5".
6'5". I mean, you got 6'5" guy that's bringing the ball up the floor. I don't understand. We're playing high school here. This is not college.
Right.
So bringing the ball up the floor, okay. I understand he's on a 3-point line. I understand he can shoot that shot, but he wasn't getting that. So, they made the adjustment in a locker room at halftime. They went to the low block, like we both said, you know what I mean? Go down low. They did well in the third quarter and then completely got away from it in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, we did this, now we're back in it. Let's go back to the way we play.
Right.
Well, I mean, no, the way you play didn't get you there.
No, it got them a 22-point deficit, and they cut it to 3, but... All right, Nwandu on the line to try and complete the three-point play and cut it to 10, but just 43 seconds left as Chris Johnson up and okay went to the bench. And Kobe Nwandu, the senior, puts it up and in.
He's had a big second half.
Yes, he has. Full court press, but this one's over, but the shouting, and Morgan gets the turnover, gives up the turnover. Mulbaugh got the hand on it, and Jordan Zirkle checks in. 38.7 left, so John good to see Chris Johnson back on the floor.
Yeah, he just took one for the guys.
Yes, he did. Well, John Eister has his three-point shooters out there, so he's going to keep playing this now. Maxfield to Mulba, back to Maxfield, and they got to shoot in a hurry, and they can't do it. They get it in the corner, and Nwandu slipped as he drove and hit the baseline. So guys have slipped several times tonight. I don't know if there's moisture out there.
I know there's moisture outside.
Yeah,
leaks in his gym or what?
I don't know. Well, it didn't look like it. But the turnover gives it to the Bearcats. 32 seconds left. Intermendi will inbound it against the full court press. Both teams in the double bonus.
But like Sowers said, you got to play each 32 minutes on its own merit, and that's what he did. He
did.
Picked something that he thought could win.
Morgan feeds it down to Shiflett in the paint. He gets it back out to Cassiano. 22 seconds left. Back to Shiflett. They're trying to foul him. They finally do. Mulba gets the foul. It's 4 on Fred, and Trey Shiflett back to the line for 2 more.
And he's been an adventure.
Yes, he has. Yes, he has.
But he's been there.
Well, they're going to need him to make free throws in tight games, though.
You know, I don't remember him being this bad from the line in past years.
I don't either. Sometimes it gets in your head, and that's short. It's a mental thing on the line.
Oh, absolutely.
He's frustrated. He pounds the ball into the court. You can tell he's coming up short. He's pulling the string on it, I think. He gets the second. And that one's good.
He makes that one.
So it's 76-65, 20 seconds left, and Maxfield will push it up for the Bobcats. In the front court he comes, pops the 3 with the left hand. That rolls off, and Chris Johnson grabs his 13th rebound and is fouled by Jeff Reynolds, I believe.
No.
It was Rizzuto. Antonio Rizzuto, I'm sorry. So Rizzuto picks up his second, and Chris Johnson at the other end for 2. He has also missed 5 free throws tonight.
Yeah, I got a lot of open circles on this Bearcat roster.
Makes that one. 13 seconds left, so congrats to the Bearcats on the win. The Bobcats will go to 7-1 as they have their first defeat of the season tonight. Second one is good by Chris. He makes them both there.
He made his last 4, though.
Yep. Quickly in the front court now. Zirkle in the corner. He'll pop a 3. It is short. Rebound by Reynolds. Puts it back up and in. So that'll get 2 more on the board for him. And they fire it into the front court. Cassiano will launch a 3, and he missed it. First one he missed all night, I think, at the buzzer.
Wow.
Bearcats win it 78-67. They go to 6-3, and Northeastern tastes defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 7-1. Glad you were with us. Don't go away, though. We've got the Weckers Carpet postgame show coming your way next.
It's now time for York Mitsubishi's end-of-year sale. Save like never before on all Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. 0% financing for up to 72 months with a $1,000 rebate and no payments till March 2016. If that's not enough, the all-new 2016 Outlander is now in stock with standard 7-passenger seating starting at $22,995. Don't forget our famous 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty on all Outlanders, Outlander Sports, Lancers, and Mirages. So stop by York Mitsubishi's end-of-year sale and see what we can do for you. Just off Route 30 on Roosevelt Avenue, York.
If you're buying new flooring, besides clicking around the internet, you need to see Weckers Flooring Center. You'll be excited by Weckers' new design center for luxury vinyl tile. Weckers' expanded hardwood and laminate departments will impress you. And Wecker's variety of carpeting and warehouse truckload buys on remnants and rolls is unmatched. But the reason to choose Wecker's is trust. From the buying experience to the installation. That's why they're voted best 11 years running. Wecker's Flooring Center, Route 30, Hallam Exit.
Hunters Hill Orthodontics is a longtime staple in the orthodontic care community. With offices in York and Dillsburg, our practice's top priority is to provide you with the highest quality orthodontic care in a friendly, comfortable environment. Call our York offices, 1910 Kenneth Road, at 767-6694 to make your appointment, or our new location, 1399 South Queen Street, at 885-5468. Or in Dillsburg, call 502-1186. We've got your smile at Hunters Hill Orthodontics.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
Big crowd leaving the gym, and they're going home having watched the York High Bearcats defeat the Northeastern Bobcats 78-67 tonight. Bearcats out to the big early lead, 22-8 after the first quarter, as the Bobcats struggled against the York High zone defense. As Troy told Andy in the pregame, he had some surprises tonight, and that was it. But Northeastern came back, took the second quarter 19-18, so they trailed 40-27 at the half, and then Northeastern won the third quarter 23-13, so this was a three-point game after three, Andy.
Well, they figured it out. Northeastern figured it out. But great job by Troy Sowers and York High, and we said it in a pregame. He said it was a surprise. Well, it's not that much of a surprise, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm going to find a zone that I can play, and we're going to jam up. We're going to put the brakes to that Ferrari of yours and see if it'll putter at 40. And it didn't do well early.
No, it didn't. The Northeastern was 14 points under their season average tonight as they had come in hitting 81. So the Bearcats win it. They go to 6-3, and Northeastern's first loss of the year at 7-1. This is the Weckers Carpet postgame show. We're going to take a break and back with our York Dental Sleep postgame stats on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Providing exceptional insurance service based on over 20 years of proven experience, Feezer Insurance will help you find and understand the best policies to fit your needs. An independent local agency representing Erie Insurance, Heather Feezer at Feezer Insurance has built a reputation of putting their clients' needs first. Feezer Insurance offers competitive rates on auto, home, business, and life insurance, plus notary and temp tag service on site. Friendly, knowledgeable service with a smile. Feezer will change the way you feel about insurance. Make Heather Feezer and Feezer Insurance your winning team. Call Heather Feezer at Feezer Insurance today for your no-obligation competitive quote. Call 767-1070. That's 767-1070. Feezer Insurance, 3123 North George Street in Emmetsville. A proud supporter of local high school sports.
What do John Yachty, Jacob Yachty, Austin Tillotz, and Kelly Ryan and Morgan Klunk have in common? Besides being basketball players, 2,000-point scorers, all-state athletes, or state champions, they all trained with John Kirchner at Unique Physique. John guarantees that he will increase your vertical jump, increase your strength, quickness, and get you ready for the upcoming season. Coaches, get your team ready with plyometrics, and John will even come to your gym to get your team ready. Players and coaches, call John Kirchner at Unique Physique at 755-2639 for details.
Honey, did you call Window World yet?
Nope.
Well, it's starting to snow.
It's not too late. Don't wait another day. Call Window World and have your windows installed before winter. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy 2 6000 series windows, you get one free. Window World, simply the best for less. Call today, 866-779-0041.
Or online at windowworldpa.com. PA contractor number 2358. First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And back at York High, Ron Ruman and Andy Brie here. The Bearcats defeating the Northeastern Bobcats tonight, 78-67 to go to 6-3. And Northeastern's first loss, they go to 7-1. Now our post-game stats from York Dental Sleep. First for the Bobcats.
All right, Kobe Nwandu, all in the second half. 7 field goals, 2 of 4 from the line. He had 16. Donovan Maxfield, a fine game for the young man tonight. He had 6 field goals, 6 of 7 from the line for 19. Jeff Reynolds, 5 field goals, 2 of 3. He had 12. Brandon Coleman off the bench, and then he fouled out. He had 3 field goals for 7. Antonio Rizzuto, only 2 field goals tonight. He had 4. And Fred Mulba, he had 3 field goals, 2 of 4 from the line for 9 points. They had 26 field goals. They were 12 of 17 from the line, 67 points. That wins most games.
Yeah, it does. You are absolutely right. And Reynolds led him with 7 rebounds tonight. Mulba, Zirkle, and Nwandu each with 5 rebounds. Fred Mulba also 5 assists to lead the Bobcats tonight. The Bearcats.
All right, the Bearcats, some pretty balanced scoring here. Montrell Morgan, he had 4 field goals, 5 of 6 from the line, 14 points. Trey Shiflett, 4 field goals, 5 of 12 from the foul line. He had 13. Chris Johnson, 2 field goals, 5 of 10 from the line. He had 9. Jaquez Cassiano, he had 8 field goals. 5 of those were threes. He had 21 to lead all scorers. Jaden Intermendi played a fine game when he was on the floor. He had 4 field goals, 8 points. Messiah Anderson off the bench, 1 field goal for 2. And Jazer Drayden, I don't know if they made him in chemistry class or what.
Maybe they
I don't know where he came
really,
from.
He just popped onto the scene.
He had 5 field goals, 0-2 from the line for 11 points, but it just seemed he made the field goal when they needed it.
Yeah.
They had 28 field goals, 7 of which were threes, but they were 15 of 30 from the foul line. They had 78 points. That is not good going forward.
And they were 57% from the line coming in, so they're going to be down around 55 right now. And rebounding-wise for the Bearcats, Chris Johnson, the 6'6 senior, 13 boards tonight for them. Montrell Morgan had 5 rebounds, as did Intermendi. And Morgan also with 4 assists to lead them in that category. Morgan, Cassiano, and Intermendi each with 2 steals for the Bearcats. So those are your post-game stats from York Dental Sleep. Take a break, come back with our Heritage Hills Player of the Game and our York Traditions Bank scoreboard, and wrap it up and get you ready for Christmas right after this.
Hello, this is Grant Becker, certified personal trainer and sports performance manager at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Are you the best athlete you can be? Do you want to be at your physical peak? Heritage Hills Athletic Club can get you there. You will train with certified professionals that set up programs customized to help you meet your goals. From speed and agility to strength and conditioning, our goal is your success. You'll have the opportunity to train in our 60,000 square foot facility that features a large turf field, 2 full-size basketball courts, and the latest technology in strength and conditioning.
We could go to clubs closer to our home, but clubs closer to our home don't seem to offer the quality, the diversity that we get at Heritage Hills, and the attention.
Call today and ask about a 3-week free trial membership to the Studio, our private personal training facility. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at heritagehillsathletic.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. Prior to that, I had other banking relationships, but they weren't local. And when you really read the statistics and you look at what's going on in the marketplace, you need to have somebody that's a local level, that you're not talking to a call center in a foreign country or someplace else that doesn't know who you are, and this is what York Traditions does. The online banking has just been a wonderful tool for us because the convenience is there, but I visit all the branches. It's like Cheers. They all know your name. I think is fascinating. I come in and I like the yellow Tootsie Rolls, or I like the Sweethearts, and they know to staple my receipt to the lower left-hand corner. And I don't understand how they do that, but this is what York Traditions does. They do it very well. It's kind of a cool place to be.
Transition to Traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we are back at York High for a final time. Ron Ruben and Andy Bria, 78-67 Bearcats over the Northeastern Bobcats in an exciting one tonight. Glad you were with us here as the Bobcats go to 7-1 on the year. We'll hear from them, and York High at 6-3, so some good hoops coming your way. Don't forget, next Monday, Andy and Wayne on the call from York Tech. I'm spending some family time next week, so I appreciate you guys taking care of that for me as York Catholic and York Suburban go at it in the Special Olympics Holiday Tournament. A great cause. If you can make it out to York Tech, please do. If you can, tune in to the 1350, and then they'll have a championship game on Tuesday night, airtime around 7 o'clock for both of those. So let's do our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard. It's a short one tonight. Boys, Gettysburg over Littlestown 87-51. No report on the New Oxford Spring Grove game. Girls, New Oxford over Gettysburg 64-36. And West York getting an important win for them. They lost 2 in a row. They lost to York Catholic over the weekend, and then the game we had last night, they lost by 5 to Susquehannock. And they beat Trinity 45-43. So
wow.
the Bulldogs hang on for the win, and they will go to 6-2 on the year now.
Trinity doesn't like traveling down here to York County anymore.
No, I don't know. I don't know where that game was, but either way.
Either way.
I don't like seeing the teams from York County. All right, so now our York Traditions, or our Heritage Hills player of the game, and again we had to have a discussion, and because it was kind of hard to tell because a lot of guys did things well for York High, but they also all had some chinks in the armor a little bit. So we had
a few issues. So here's what we decided. Jacques Cassiano. 5 threes, 3 straight field goals, 1 assist, 2 steals and 2 rebounds to go along with 21 points. I mean, he had 13 in the first half when they were cruising.
Right.
He almost single-handedly kept them in the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
He had 6 of their 13.
Right.
1 field goal coming down, but he played a clean game, worked hard. Okay, so that's one. The other one is Jazer Drayden. Okay. And like I said to Ron, they build this guy a chemistry class or something? Where'd he come from?
I think this is maybe his 3rd game playing this season. He's a 5'11 sophomore. Was not on their roster at the beginning of the year.
But he gave him a boost. He gave him a boost in the first half. He hits a 3 off the bench. Second quarter, he has 1 field goal. Now, he's 0 for 2 from the line. But in the fourth quarter, when they needed it, he scored 6 buckets. 6 points on 3 buckets. He had 5 field goals, 0-2 from the line, 11 points, 2 rebounds, and a steal. But it was his energy and his all-around play that I like, and I like that. It doesn't always have to be about the points to me. It's what you do for your team, and I think he picked them up in this game.
So Jazer Drayden, the sophomore, and Jaquez Cassiano, the junior, are Heritage Hills players of the game. It's going to wrap it up for us tonight. Again, York High winning at 78-67. For Jim Harden, as always, pushing all the right buttons back at the station. Leif Johnson on the video for Game Time, and my partner, Andy Bria. Thanks for listening, folks. Have a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to everybody.
And a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOYK's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution. Hear the best of the York Adams League all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. Listen on the go with the WOYK mobile apps and online at WOYK 13.